tonight. We're going to discuss every NFL game in close to 30 minutes or so. We're going to have an update on the Silk Challenge. Things are really heating up in that. We are going to hit on the changed presidential election betting odds. We have top picks, which have been on fire for the NFL. And of course, we've got beer. I'm JT. We are the 50,000 watt voice of the numbers guys. And this show's BS. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ready, dope.
All right, let's do it.
This is the 50,000 watt voice of the numbers guys in
the Motor City.
And now, live from Studio 8B, it's time to BS with the guys.
Well, what is going on, Numbers Nation? Hey, if you're seeing us on YouTube, man, oh man, thanks for hanging out with us. It's great to be with you. And if you are catching us live, please feel free to chime in the chat and say hello. And if you'd prefer to text us instead, you can also do that. The number to do that's going to be TNG Live 007. That's going to be 864 548 3007. And listen, folks, if we provide you any sort of value tonight, maybe it is a fire. And if that's what the kids say, right? Fire? That shit's fire, right?
I've heard that before.
Yeah,
Is that
fire.
why?
Don't yell that in the school, kids.
Right, yeah, that's a
Also, your favorite festival.
Yes.
I still haven't been able to make it to that. I got these tickets.
That's the Fire Crotch Festival.
That's totally different. Okay. Moving right along here. That number's going to be 864 548 3007. Did I already say that? Yes, I did. I lost my place. Thanks to Tone's sense of humor over there. Yeah, anyway. What I was going to say is give this video a thumbs up. It looks like that. It's called a like. A like. For now. Yeah. And or your subscription would be greatly appreciated. And now with me for the entire hour to my right, to your left. A little late to the studio tonight. You sweating over there, buddy.
I forgot we had a show tonight.
His pulse is still coming down.
Yeah, you all right?
Rushing.
I forgot we had a show.
Yeah.
No, I had a couple responsibilities at home.
Okay.
I had to get gas.
Yes.
I was at zero.
Right.
And I took my son to the park. He likes to play pickup basketball.
Okay.
All right.
Guess what happened?
It was a nice night.
Well,
He texts. He says, "I'm filling in on the softball game."
So I went there for basketball. Now he's.
Can you imagine him playing with a bunch of guys like us out there?
Is he drinking beer?
Oh, you mean like
I don't know.
like softball, like we would play that kind of like old man
at Mace
softball?
Stecker, yeah.
Wow.
So that'll be. I hope somebody's recording that.
Yeah, it'd be pretty interesting to watch.
Probably be bonging a beer out there.
Yeah, before you know it.
Yeah, it's all grown up. It's all grown up. I
It all
saw
goes
him.
up.
He was in the office. He's growing.
Yeah.
So
All right. Next to you in the Under Armour and the Damn store from Oscoda,
Actually,
Michigan.
neighbor Stacy got me.
Yeah, neighbor Stacy is here tonight. Yeah. She's off camera though. You can't see her. You can only hear her.
Out of bounds.
Yes.
Well, good evening, everybody. Had a nice Lions game, bittersweet game last week.
Just a
big win.
bittersweet weekend, wasn't
they
it?
won.
They won, but a little rough injury though. Yeah,
A little rough.
he'll be back for the playoffs though. I think
Ooh,
so.
I think so.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Okay. I'll bet you on that.
He'll be back on the sideline.
NFC Championship game.
Jeans and
Hutch will be in the NFC Championship game.
He's in the Super Bowl.
I'm betting on that already.
Pretty
Optimistic
serious.
tones here.
The bone snapped. I understand.
He'll come back.
I heard it's pretty gruesome. I haven't seen it yet.
It's his phobia.
Tib fib, as they say.
Oh.
But
Fibonacci.
it snapped in half as opposed to like a hairline, right?
Correct. It's like complete, which is better.
Yeah, and it's not the femur, which is death sentence, right? I
The
don't know.
femur. Yeah, this is.
That's the big
Yeah.
the big bone.
That's a little tougher.
But it's still bad that it snapped in half. I'm not a doctor.
It was fine.
Damn it, Jim! I'm not a doctor.
I don't like that. I don't like bones.
Bones on bones.
Richie, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I feel a little overdressed with this crew over here.
Yeah, these guys are kind of
we are.
sloppy.
We're going to Cranbrook tonight, or what's going on?
Yeah, maybe sailing,
a little-
yachting.
Black tie dinner afterwards.
You look real nice tonight.
Thank you. I tried to for the show. Someone's got to bring it up around here.
We appreciate it.
Yep.
And then next to you was I thought was going to be my oldest boy tonight. He had to work.
What happened?
He had to go to work. Apparently,
I guess that's important these days.
it is important. So stay if you want to sit in the fifth man
I'm
seat.
so good.
Okay.
Are you teaching your son about responsibilities and stuff?
Yeah. Making commitments and breaking them.
You know, I kind of hit him up on it relatively late, so I think he's going to be here next week.
Okay.
Don't forget, we might have the crack coming in next.
Oh, that's right. So it's going to be 2 weeks. We got Crack Man
Crack
here.
Man?
Crack Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got Crack
Really?
You know crack?
I know Crack.
Oh, you're in for a treat then.
Man. Yeah,
Crack Man, the Lions Crack Man?
It's like-
different Crack Man.
Think so. I don't think so. That's
Is there
the same
multiple
guy.
Crackmans?
Crack Man is the one that goes to the Lions game and he's like in the suspenders.
Oh, is he got the bus? Is that
No, he's got the truck that says the Crack Man on it.
Oh,
It's got
yeah,
the
yeah.
Lions symbols
Is
on
that
it.
the same? Did you double check that?
I don't think it's the same guy.
Where'd you
Who's,
find
who's
him
Crack Man?
Crack?
You have to see.
at?
I don't know.
Try
I
it.
thought it'd be interesting to know who our guest is.
He's
next.
from the East Coast. I think he relocated to
Like
Vegas?
Harrison Township?
Yeah, I
Or
think so.
Other East
He's
Coast?
out in Las Vegas. He's going to come in just for the show, though.
Crack Man lives on North Ave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
He's got the
Crack
big
Man I know.
lion sign.
Mount Clemens?
Right, flag.
No,
Oh, that guy?
closer to like
Yeah,
Brookville.
yeah.
Okay.
He's got
I
the
think he's
Lions
got a
garage.
bus, right?
He's got the
Don't-
bus in the garage,
the bus,
right?
right, yes.
He's got the garage,
Yeah.
everything, but he drives a silver
Yep.
F-150 with the Lions.
That house stands alone on North Avenue.
Yes.
Correct.
Huh.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
we all learned something already, and it's only been
we're talking
7
two
minutes into
different
the
Crack
show.
Mans. Who
Yeah,
would have known
that's
there's
okay.
more than one?
Yeah, you guys will have to check it out next
There's a
week.
copyright
There's a lot
on
more.
Crackman. So
But in the meantime,
True.
hey Daryl, you know how we start every single show?
what do we do now?
Do you-
Trivia.
No.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our
I don't
face
think
holes to try.
Steve Quan's had a hit since he left us. He's still batting .419.
Numbers, guys.
We had 700 against the Titans.
They could not get him out.
Nope.
And we are back in Studio 8B. Well, that's you guys. Today's libation, courtesy of me. And as Stacy pointed out, all orange today. Yeah, the beer kind of goes along with it.
That
matches.
Matches your hat.
Yeah, everything matches.
You
today.
coordinated the beard to your attire?
I didn't plan on
Is that a
it.
coincidence?
It's a total coincidence.
It's very fallish.
Yes, but today's beer is called, what is it called here? Let me pull it up.
You taste it and let me know if I would like it.
Switchback.
It's called Switchback. Yeah, I have it. Here it is. Okay. Here we go. It's from North Peak Brewing Company in, I believe that's Traverse City in Dexter, Michigan, I think it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
I don't see too many
let's see.
people messing around with clementines with flavors.
I love Clementine.
Smells like
Orangey flavor?
ooh,
Like a tangerine.
wine or something.
It does
Whoa.
have a wine smell.
It's got a winey taste.
4.7 ABV, 16 IBUs. It says light
Kinda.
orange and slightly hazy with a frothy white head. Extremely refreshing white ale. This is probably going to taste like Blue Moon, would be my guess. Yes. Oh, no.
Nope, not at all.
I think a
at
winery
all.
in Traverse City got the products mixed up here. So
Yeah.
tastes like yeah.
It's like a combination
Orange
of
wine.
Orange Crush and
Pinot Noir.
and your finest bottle of Pinot. Let's just put it that way.
Is this old, possibly? This has been around a long time?
I don't think so. Yeah, I North Peak is my least favorite brewery of.
This is my first time tasting North Peak.
They made something else that was really popular for and I just never liked their products they put out. I mean,
It's
I give
weird.
I would try it with the tangerine. I kind of like that, but it doesn't taste like a tangerine at all to me.
no.
Yeah, it tastes like something's not right with it. I'll tell you what, I'm looking at the date, 10/26 of 23 this was bottled. So it's a year old.
Man, oh boy.
It's a year old.
So other people must have not been rushing to the beer store to buy this. I guess.
No, apparently not. This is from Total
get
Wine.
dust-
and Spirits.
dust it off?
Bought it today.
We should return it.
Yeah, we probably should. 'cause
Was
it's not very good.
Was the North Peak wholesaler there talking you into buying something? Like,
We have this
like
one.
the
left.
German guy was talking me and buying all the German beer up at the store. So
What a bummer.
Shoot, that is a bummer.
Does every beer have an expiration date? Or,
Well, I think most do.
Yeah, they
Bottling
should let you
date.
know the bottling date. Yeah. Although, I mean, it's not bad. I'm going to drink it anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it.
it's okay.
It's not going to slow me down.
Uh-oh.
I'm already not feeling good. What's this gonna hurt? Right. This might be the potion that makes everybody feel good. Who knows?
It's true. It's true. All right, D-Dub, what do you think?
I'm drinking one of Rich's old Wicked Possums over here. It's
Oh,
Wicked
it's
Possum.
Wicked Awesome.
It's hard
Cutest
to
label around.
That is the
hard to score. Let me have another sip.
Yeah, sure.
It kind of almost doesn't have a lot of taste either.
Right.
No.
So maybe 1.9. Thank you.
Got like a goof off taste, you know.
It is really goofy. I didn't take it
taste.
as bad, but it is like a terrible combo of beer and, as Daryl said, Pinot. It's not good. No product from North Peak has been good. I give it a 1.4.
Wow.
Terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, it's light enough I could drink it, but I'm not desiring to drink it to finish it. I'm gonna do 1.9. Yeah, this is on the lower end for me.
Boy, and I got 11 more of them sitting in the car.
Oh boy, JT! I can't
it's
wait
something
to
look
have
forward to.
those.
No, I'd say this is actually would be a perfect 5 if it didn't taste like shit.
Can you save
I
those?
think this would be pretty good.
Can you save those for tailgating for me?
Is it gluten free? Katie will drink them.
Is it gluten free? I don't think so. Not a wheat. It's a wheat beer. I would assume it's not.
Coming up on 1 year. It's 1 year anniversary. Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
this one though? This one's January of.
Oh,
Technical difficulty.
I think it's supposed to be with.
23.
Yeah.
January 13th of 23.
That's old.
Well, that's old too.
wow.
It still tastes good.
Where did you get it?
23.
Where did you get it
that's
and
what I'm
when?
trying to see.
Where-
That's where it says 23.
Where did you get
can't
it?
Say 25.
Right across the street, Anthony
Anthony
Bees.
Bees?
Yeah,
Recently?
Just right now.
on the way here. I think.
That should be like crimes and
What's going on
misdemeanor.
around here?
Yeah, I thought you would buy all their Coors Light out, so they don't have any sitting on the
Full-
shelf.
Full Moon comes out and everybody sells their old ass beer.
Well, in all honesty, it wouldn't be bad. It's just got a little bit of a sourness. I didn't
Yeah.
expect on it, like old orange juice kind of taste. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, good. Give it a shot, Stace. See if you detect the E. coli the E. coli nose that I'm getting.
E. coli.
Yeah, it's the fact that it's muted.
Very flat.
Flat, yeah, a little flat too. You're right. There's not any head or very little head. Story of my life. So
Story of my life.
It's very flat.
Speaking of which, didn't one of those members die?
Is that the same?
I think you fell
Direction.
off the balcony.
Is it One Direction or the other?
Oh,
It
one.
was
Yeah,
One
that's One
Direction.
Direction.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Story of my life. There you go.
story of my life.
Falling off a roof.
Can't sing that song
Story of
anymore.
my
Well,
life.
3 out of 4.
I don't think I
can.
know that song.
I guess he was like being very disorderly.
Yeah, they called 911 on him before.
And they didn't give his name either.
I didn't hear anything about this.
I thought you were a big fan.
No, I don't know anything about One Direction.
Yeah, he fell off the balcony, the
Jumped
hotel.
off the balcony.
Where was
Oh,
it? Where was it
he-
at?
he-
In
It was like in
fell
down in
intentionally?
Buenos Aires or something
yeah,
like that.
Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, one of
something
those.
like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Name me a city in Brazil for $100.
If you're gonna pick a
Sao
direct,
Paulo.
if you're gonna pick One Direction, going off hotels, not the
I
direction.
was say his One Direction was down apparently.
Too soon.
Straight
One
down.
Direction
Too soon,
down.
audience. I'll save that for next week.
Yeah.
When you put the clip together, make sure you lead off with One Direction.
Is it
This is pretty bad.
Australian? Are
And
those
then
guys
put the arrow
Australian?
pointing down.
They're from somewhere out there,
Down under.
out back.
Like Men at Work kind of style.
So, they're eating a Vegemite sandwich.
No, they're part of the boy band era there.
Oh, you guys hear? You, it
Oh, yeah, we hear it.
I heard the
know what that is?
presidential music.
was very quiet. There it is. It's time for presidential betting odds, courtesy of the numbers guys. Let's take a look here, folks, and see what might have changed. Here it is. Put this on the screen for you. There's been some movement.
Huh.
There's been some movement. Quite a bit of movement, actually.
It's coming back to where it started, I feel.
It is pretty
This
close
is
to
like-
where it started.
Almost like Joe Biden versus Trump territory.
That's what it's looking like. Yeah. So Kamala, she is now, let's see, plus 130, plus 130, plus 150 over at Caesars. Sports Interaction, plus 125, and Bet Victor,
That's
plus
a
125.
hell of a move, though, in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
It really is, man.
Because Kamala was like minus 120 for a few weeks, minus 130. That's a big flip.
Big flip. And
No, what this tells me, guys, is that they need to get rid of Kamala and replace
I guess.
it with the
They
next.
should have.
Yeah, one
They
more
should have
flip.
thought about that before they put her as the replacement. So
And the Trumpster, the Don, along with JD and a cat there. He's minus 163, minus 164, minus 175 right now at Caesars.
Wow.
wow,
Yes.
that's
so
crazy
if you
movement.
are following this,
Doesn't
quite a
feel
movement.
like when you read the clippings that's the case, but somebody must know something we don't.
apparently the betting public.
I just saw a national poll just came out and had this is nationwide, just all over 50 to 48. And from what I've seen the last few elections, whatever that shows, there's probably an extra 2 or 3% added on Trump that's not showing in the polls. Just when you looked at Trump versus Hillary and Biden, he was trailing by like 6 points to Biden, and it came out like 2 points or 1 to 2 points in the election. So, and Hillary was up like 4 to 5, and Trump won. So there is a spread in there that just doesn't translate to the polls, you know.
I've heard the same thing, Tones.
Yeah.
Heard the same thing. So should be interesting. A couple 2-3 weeks away. So we'll be done with this.
19 days,
19 days. Yeah, that sounds about right.
and then we can broom is ours.
And then, well, I think Joe's being broomed no matter what.
Either way, Joe's
Joe's being
going to
broomed.
the retirement home.
And then
They
It feels about right. It feels about
take
the
him out in a
numbers.
casket.
The numbers feel about right. You know, Trump.
I
minus-
agree.
But I think we might be a little too close to the sun on this one.
You think so?
Being in Macomb, you're in Oakland. It seems like this is Trump country.
Macomb County's a big flip county.
So bring up my question. See if anyone responds.
What's
Yeah,
that?
neighbor Stacey has concern about hurricane ravaged states, how their voting might go down if there's going to be issues.
States.
Tend to be red states. Is their voting going to go through properly? Are people going to have access?
To vote.
Yeah.
To vote, yeah.
I imagine they're going to set up some drop boxes or something to, if there's closures of schools and stuff, whatever, that's normal voting spots. So hopefully they have time to arrange that, though. But
It's interesting they extend taxes in those areas, but they don't extend voting time.
nope.
That is kind of surprising. Yeah, we should probably ask our senior political correspondent, Snoop, if you're hearing this, Snoop.
Yeah,
Snoop,
Snoopy,
what's
you
the plan?
probably got some insight.
We don't want to wake him.
He is probably taking a snooze, but yeah, if you hear the Snoop, I'm sure you actually know the answer to this.
He texted me. He thinks Hutch will be playing for the Super Bowl. He'll
in
be
the
back.
Super Bowl.
He said he'll be back for the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean,
He's not Dr. Chow.
he's
So-
not. No. What are we going to do, though? So we got Anzalone, and then are we going to sign Max Crosby? That'd be cool.
I don't think they can sign him. Per
They've
se.
Or
inquired
to
to
give
the
up.
Jets about was it Reddick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick.
They're vetting that situation right now to see what's going on there. So that's a possibility, and maybe Hendrickson if Cincinnati loses again, right?
Yeah.
Could be an option. So.
Stay tuned.
And I think they're waiting. To be honest, I think they're going to wait to see what happens against the Vikings, what they do with their own personnel right now, to see how extreme they have to go. Do they get a mid-level piece, or do they have to get a top-tier piece? You know, I think this is a good barometer for them before the trade deadline.
There's no way they're gonna make a trade this week because it
No.
looks so desperate.
No.
It's
Yeah.
like
Thank you.
But I think you
teams
got,
will be just asking too much from them.
you see how you go against a top-end team and see if your personnel can cover.
Sure, I don't have any problem with that. I just don't. I don't see them adding a top piece.
Yeah, no.
because they're not going to give up the. They don't have a lot of draft picks this year, anyways, and they're not.
But
gonna
they're
give
saying like Reddick maybe could get a third-round pick, which I'm
Well, you
good
have.
with.
I think they got to get at least a second because then they owe the Eagles a second.
Yeah, something. But that's fine.
What's that from?
We're in win
They
now
traded.
mode. So.
Go ahead, Tones.
Yeah, no, we're in win now mode. I would dump a second to shore it up. You know,
No, but the Jets traded for Reddick for the Eagles, and they gave him a second, and then he never reported,
yeah.
so he's still holding out.
So you think they got to at least get fair exchange, right?
I can't see
So
them.
they don't look like dummies, basically, right?
Right, exactly. Or you could do a combo, right? You can do third and fifth, or like
Yeah.
over years or whatever.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
ways
good
to-
with that.
There's the point.
It's time
system.
to win now for the Lions. We're not saving picks. It's time to win right now.
I just wonder what these guys are really worth, though, win-wise. Like, Devontae Adams, like, that guy's not going to make a difference on the Jets.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like I tell my daughter, Jets always suck. Doesn't matter what you do to them.
Our neighbor Stacy has a futures bet, Lions versus Jets in the Super Bowl that she put in before.
I like that.
But
Plus 50,000.
I did.
Yeah.
Now I want kind of withdraw.
What's the cash out on it? Probably
5,100.
Huh?
yeah.
I think.
Huh.
I think it was 5,100.
On odds?
It was 50 to 1, I think, when you did it. 50 to 1, I think.
Yeah.
Probably still the same.
Yep.
That was preseason.
Preseason, I think
Yeah.
she did, yeah.
Yes, sir. All right.
Probably better odds now.
Calling the masters of
Probably.
facts, the sultans of stats, the czars
probably
of knowledge
50,000
that
plus
isn't learned
50,000.
knowledge. It's the numbers guys
Let's
treasure.
see. Right.
Chiefs Lions was plus 5,000 for what it's worth.
Chiefs Lions was plus 5,000.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Okay.
Hey, here's tonight's Numbers Guys trivia question. The way this works, folks at home, is I ask a trivia question. These guys attempt to answer the trivia question. If everybody gets it right, I got to buy the beer. If nobody gets it right, I got to buy the beer. And if whoever doesn't get it right over here, assuming somebody else does, then they got to buy the beer the following week. Here we go. I try to, I don't know if you guys have noticed a pattern yet, but I usually tie this into Thursday Night Football somehow. So which college was John Elway drafted from? What college was John Elway drafted from? And I will provide the answer to everybody later on in the show. One of the last things we do. Before I forget, too, while you guys are typing that in, does anybody have any picks for the Thursday Night Football game?
I do.
Okay, Richie?
I took the Brincos -3, but it's even. It's at even.
Even
No
money.
juice. No juice on that.
Even money.
So I'm giving up the half point. I'm going to guess it was probably -120 at 2.5 or something like that. So we're going to go -3. We talked about it a little bit. I mean, the Saints have nobody out there for receiving tonight, and they have a rookie quarterback. So, Rashid's out and Olave's out. So I kind of like the Broncos' defense here in a low scoring. I think Knicks gets to 20 points. The game's over.
Okay. D-Dub, you got something?
I do. I have two. Just trying to pull them up here because a little convoluted.
Okay.
Son of
Why
a
am I-
biscuit.
Throwing a blank on this one here.
I have a same game parlay.
Okay.
Probably going to want to play this at DraftKings. DraftKings is there's a boost out there, promotional boost for people if they have DraftKings. But I'm doing the Broncos money line, the under for the New Orleans Saints team total
Okay.
under 25.5.
Gotcha.
Did you move that? DW?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
and
Because I think it was like 17.5, right, or something. Like
it was around there for sure. And then I got both quarterbacks in a rushing scenario.
Rushing touchdowns.
Bo Nix over 26.5 yards.
Okay.
Spencer Rattler over 22.5 yards.
Gotcha.
Nix has been sneaky rushing.
Sneaky.
Yeah. And the Rattler, he's going to be rushing for his life.
He'll be running like hell.
That's going to pay plus 525. That's 5 1/4 to 1.
I understand how that works. Yeah.
But yeah, you can get a boost there at DraftKings.
Oh,
33 and a third. I don't know what that'll get you to, but probably
Should be
like
700 and change, right?
yeah.
You got another
Be
one?
careful. I thought I did, but I think we're gonna probably find out later that I was wrong.
All right.
I don't want to not give somebody these gems, you know.
No, sure.
I think it's just the Broncos minus 2.5 tonight.
Okay.
FanDuel minus 114
Are they still minus 2.5?
on FanDuel
Yeah.
at 6:03 p.m. today. They were minus 114 for minus 2.5.
Those Broncos.
Yes. Yes, I know we were going back and forth because we've been using ESPN bet
Right. For
the Chi-Chi's Cup Challenge,
right.
where I also took the Broncos. I don't want to give out any spoilers.
Bronco heavy. Bronco Nation
Jimmy-
tonight.
Jimmy and I were going back and forth.
A little bit
earlier.
at odds.
Yeah.
I hate to. I hate. I
thought
hate
we were
this
tight,
pick.
a tight group.
It's the worst one. I'm
Well, yeah,
sorry.
the-
I don't like it.
The Saints.
We should be
I
more
like you.
supportive in
I
our
like
group
both you
chat.
guys. I don't like this pick.
4 weeks ago, you're right. Saints would have been 3-point favorites.
It would have been 6-point favorites with Carr there, and Olave
You're living in the past again,
and
brother.
their center's hurt, and left. Who's the other receiver?
Olave.
the Muslim
Rashid.
fella.
Yes, he's hurt.
Yeah,
I understand that. Yeah,
you got some injury concerns there.
I
mean,
did.
and they're-
Actually,
and,
I'm on the other side. I took
And
the
also
other
their
side.
whole
So I'll be cheering
offensive, their
against you.
whole offensive line, not just the center.
Yeah, their offensive line's in trouble.
So, and also you're forgetting about one thing. What are you forgetting about?
That the Broncos can't score any points.
Nope. Guess again.
No. That their defense is not nearly as good as you might think they are.
Guess again.
I'm out of
Redemption.
guesses. Redemption for Sean Payton.
Yes.
That's what you're thinking. Back in
Yes.
in
If
New
they
Orleans.
can win, they're going to win big.
That's
Maybe
the-
they lose,
That's
but
the it factor.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they can score enough points to win big. They're really they have a terrible offense. Terrible offense. Where the Saints look better than them with what's his name, Mabel Boxley or whatever, the
Not a Bo
the
Nix.
third string wide receiver that's going to be in
Is it
there.
Boo something?
Yeah, boo something tonight. and the Rattler quarterback.
He's
and-
the son of a. They said he's the son of some old receiver. Though.
probably, yeah. Boob,
Rattler?
Boob Collins or something
No,
like that.
Boo, yeah, whoever the
Bootsy Collins.
Bootsy Collins, also in
Boo Boo
Funkadelic
McGee.
The Broncos are running at a 4.3 yard clip. Are you aware?
I'm pretty aware of this. I looked at this game 16 different ways, and there's no way I could come up with
End of the
playing the
day,
Broncos
though,
tonight.
Vegas has them winning, so like, how can you hate the pick that much?
I
don't know.
It's not my favorite, and especially at 3. At 2.5, I kind of thought okay, but at 3 now you're really pushing,
even money,
pushing
though.
your luck though. No, I'm not saying you in particular. I'm just saying because I think
I
that's what
gotcha.
it is in the Chi-Chi's
We'll
channel.
see. This is going to
Yeah,
be a
it's gonna
fun
be
game
fun.
to watch for the crew here.
Yeah,
Much more fun than Indians Yankees.
that is not so fun. Right.
Off topic. Speaking of baseball, I got an interesting nugget. Did you guys see where Tampa Bay was looking to play next year?
I saw their stadium's not going to be ready.
Their stadium
right?
won't be ready, and it's going to cost too much to replace. I guess they're building a new one, so there's no point to building the old one back. So they're looking at a multi-year deal out in Oakland to play in the
To
Coliseum.
use the Coliseum?
Yes.
You're kidding.
No.
When's their new stadium going to be ready? A couple years?
I think 28 or something like that.
so. They're
27,
going to
28.
just relocate.
I go
to-
across the whole country. Is
Well,
what
that's kind
they're-
of abusing Oakland fans. Like, here, we'll throw you a bone for 2 years now.
You get
and
like
then-
all the leftover teams with like all the strays. I don't know. They might get more attendance in Oakland than they get in Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa's not a.
Detroit should make a play for Ford Field. Play it at the current dimensions.
You get more fans down there. Yeah.
Cobo Hall.
Oh, that's funny.
Kobo would be interesting. Really interesting.
We do this thing. How's that for a segue? I just interrupt whatever you're saying.
No, you're fine.
Okay. We do this
your
thing with
show, Jimmy.
a local handicapper, NFL football handicapper. His name is Jorel, also known as Silk. So you probably know him as Silk. And
Like
he
the
made
Shocker?
Silk the Shocker. He challenged us like a fool. DW, you want to tell him how this challenge works?
A challenge happened one Friday
Well,
night.
we don't need the historical account. Just explain to the nice people at home how the challenge works.
He sent me a message on Facebook and he challenged us. And his parameters were a little different at the time.
Yeah, duels are
'Cause he's not gonna
no
push
longer
us
legal,
around.
So
Eh,
So what do we got to do? We got to pick 4 against the spread. NFL games every
Aaron
week,
Burr
right?
style.
4 against the spread.
Yeah.
We're picking 1 apiece, the numbers guys.
Right.
And Jorel is picking 4.
Correct. He's picking 4.
All right.
And the winner of the challenge at the end of this NFL season does get the coveted, the one and only Chi-Chi's Cup, made of the finest crystal and filled with $1.25 Chi-Chi's
Is
drinks.
there 4 in there?
There's more than 4.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like I
Just want
said,
to make sure we're covered.
if
here.
Yeah.
we win it, I will replace these with fresh ones. If Jorel wins it, these are from about a year and a half ago.
Coconut?
So you get these.
Just
as
like the
Jorel.
beer we're having tonight.
yeah, they
Pretty
probably taste better.
So that's the way this works. And let's put the record up here on the screen.
Fermented pina coladas.
Is that lead cut crystal?
It's straight from China.
China.
Here's what it looks like. Numbers guys, we're 16-7-1, folks. That's
Why are we not
plus-
betting on ourselves? Like, this is what we put great minds together. We got like a killer record.
Yeah, we
here.
should just use this for our. Why don't we just use this for our betting records?
No kidding, man.
That's it.
No kidding.
define
16-7-1. Pretty good. And Silk, all by himself, he went 4-0 last week, by the way. 14-10-1 gives 14-10-0 rather
He had
gives
to
us
go-
a 2.5 game advantage.
4-0 just to keep pace with this
Yeah,
hot run we're on.
we're
here.
doing pretty good. So we will reveal now. I'm actually going to call Silk. He asked if I call him in. He's going to talk about his 4, and then we'll go over our 4, and then we'll get into the NFL in 30 minutes. I think that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
So let me let's
Start
see.
the clock.
I don't have him in. I don't have him in here under Silk. Let's
Well, that's got to change.
right.
We got under P.
All right. Let's see.
I love coconuts.
You love coconuts. What's going on, Silkster?
What's up, guys?
How are you, buddy?
I think I tore my calf today, so I'm not feeling it right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's probably what, a 3-day
Maybe not
recovery
a
for you,
tear.
Silk.
Maybe not a tear, but it's really bad.
I'm sorry to hear that,
So
man.
that sucks.
That does
Yeah,
suck.
we're doing a last practice of the year, doing some we did like a 3-way scrimmage where we all like picked teams, and I was on one of the teams, so I was trying so hard not to lose, and now I'm hurt.
How many concussions did you dole out?
I was too in touch, but I did have like 4 interceptions today, so I was balling at DB back there.
Nice.
Nice. All right, partner. Are you ready
Kirby
to?
Petree.
Good week by the week last week with 4-0. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I went 11-3 as well too. I've had 2 pretty hot weeks right now. I'm been over 67% like the last 3 weeks or something.
That's awesome, man. And people can check you out on Instagram at Silk Football or on Facebook at Jorel Petree. And I'm going to actually put that on the screen right now. So your first pick this week, Silk. Jets -2 against the Steelers. I was shocked to see this.
Yeah, I think the Jets offense I think it's been clicking. I think I said this a couple weeks ago, the fist pump by Aaron Rodgers. But I think that Devontae Adams makes that offense so scary now. Like, it's just going to be so hard to defend them. And then Russell Wilson, I don't trust him at all. And, I mean, I don't know if it's Russ yet. He might be just smoke screening because I don't see how you bench.
Yeah, why would they change?
Fields?
Why would they make the change?
Yeah, Fields is their number 1 in the division. Fields has got 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Like, he's playing pretty good. Young, crappy old line with very few weapons. Like, I'm impressed with what Fields has done. He hasn't been the greatest passer. I think he's like 19th in QBR, but he's been awesome. He's been a good red zone target or red zone threat too. So, but I just think Jets are in like that must-win mode. They pretty much are, and I think they're going to just put it together this week and smack my Steelers, which sucks.
Okay.
It feels like a healthy win by them too. Like, I think they're going to get out and stay out on them.
Gotcha. All right, that was pick number 1. Here's pick number 2. You got the Ravens laying 3.5 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, Evans, even if he plays, he's banged up. That makes them a lot easier to defend. And Ravens are riding high right now. They've figured it out, and it's stop Henry first and then figure it out after that. And I just think they're playing like a playoff team right now. Defense could be better. Secondary is kind of weak, but I'm not too worried about their defensive play calling. I think they'll step up, and I think they're going to be steamrolling a lot of teams here in the next few weeks. So another team that I think is just in playoff like just ready. They're playing playoff football right now, and Henry is just balling.
He's been balling for sure.
Yeah, number 1 in yards, number 1 in touchdowns.
Yeah, pretty incredible. I think he's also favorite for offensive player of the year.
Probably.
What I saw.
Really?
Yes,
I
sir.
wouldn't
Definitely
want
up
to
there,
tackle
yeah.
him in the cold.
No, you wouldn't. Big boy. All right, so you got the Packers.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Come playoffs, he actually might finally help them out a little bit when it gets cold. That's kind of a huge piece for them in the playoffs.
Sure. Packers laying 2.5 against the Texans, -120.
Sure.
What's your thoughts?
I love both these teams. I just think Green Bay's more weathered. I think
No, I don't.
Love is finally, back for sure, back. And Green Bay's playing really, really good defense, 2 sacks and turnovers. And they're another team that's kind of like where the Ravens are in my head. They're playing playoff football right now, and they're very hungry. I think they're going to handle that one.
Okay, and by the way, Snoop was in the chat here. He said that he's with you with the Stillers, but he would be with you with the Jets. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. He's with you, maybe with your thoughts on the Steelers. That could
Thoughts
be.
and prayers.
That could be.
And
Yeah.
then he agrees to take the Jets, but he is with me on what I said about the Steelers. That's what it sounds like, maybe.
I think that's what he meant there. Okay.
Yeah, I hate going against my Steelers, but I don't know. The Jets, I think, they got to do it.
Sure. Last, you got the Lions plus 1.5 against the Vikes out there in Minnesota.
I mean, Minnesota's defense is one of the best in the league. Flores is calling it very, very well. I just think they're going to come back down to reality. I think they finally got some film on Sam Darnold, who I've been saying I think he's going to be a decent quarterback. But I think Minnesota comes back down to reality, and we're riding high right now. The offense is clicking so hard that, like, Skipper's playing wide receiver. So I think we're one of those teams right now that you better put 30 on the board or good luck. And I think we just want it. It's just one of them things where we're an underdog that, I mean, I think it's just because of record is the only reason why we are the underdog. We're the better team. Sure. And Justin Jefferson, if I remember correctly, hasn't really had any good games against us. So, like, over his last 4 or 5, we've found ways to check him. And I just think it's one of those games where the better team's going to win, and we are the better team. And I understand we lost our arguably one of our best players, but there's ways to scheme around that. And Sam Darnold isn't, anything that scary. And Jones is banged up. I don't think Jones is going to play either.
Okay. By the way, Stoop did clarify. He said, no, he's a Steelers guy. They beat the Jets, in his opinion. So you got some resistance here from the folks in the chat.
Good. I hope I'm wrong. I rather the Steelers win than I'm wrong.
Yeah, you don't want these old ass Chi-Chis. Come on. All right, you gonna stick around when we give ours real quick?
Yeah, definitely. And add one thing. Big game tonight. My niece is about to start at 8:00 here. She's in a best of 5. It's the biggest game of her life. They're in the semifinals. She's balling right now. They signed her for the playoffs, and she's averaging over 20. I think she's averaging like 25 in the 4 games or whatever. But they're down 2 games to 1, so they got to win at home and then go to their house and win again. And I think they can do it. And there's been some high-scoring games. Like, both games have been over 80 points by each team. It's been pretty wild.
For WNBA.
For WNBA?
So, no, she's in a Puerto Rican league. It's women's professional basketball, but
okay.
No, she's working on getting in the WNBA because there's 2 new teams being added, I think, next year.
Okay.
So a lot of the girls play in different leagues throughout the year. So no, she's in I forget the name of the league right now, but she's on the Mocha Explosivas.
Okay. Is that can we watch that on like Telemundo or something?
That?
Yeah, it can be better.
It's
The
on
Puerto
YouTube.
Rican La Liga.
If you just search on YouTube Mocha Explosives, it's spelled like Explosivas.
Sounds like me after I drink mochachinos.
Something like that. You'll find it, and it starts at 8:00, but that's live on YouTube starting at 8. Yeah.
Oh, sweet! It's live.
Nice.
All right,
Nice.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check that out.
Explosives.
Good luck
Yeah,
to her.
I'm excited. She's playing unbelievable. She's made a huge jump from last year to this year. Like, she's always been a very good player. She played at Purdue and some big schools, but she's completely made a huge jump. Like, her game's at another level now, and it's really impressive to see.
Good for her, man.
Cool.
Tell her we said hello, and we'll be rooting
best of
for her,
luck.
for sure.
I think searching that, though, might get you on a no-fly list.
I got to be careful. I want to make sure I spell everything correctly on that, and that's what we're gonna do. All right, who had our first pick here? Oh, there's this one here. Let me put this on the screen here. Dubs.
Oh, no.
Why is there a throw up emoji?
Oh, jeez, I'm
Jason?
sorry. Did I accidentally put a throw up emoji next to the Broncos?
That looks like a Clementine hurling.
It does. That looks gonna look like me after drinking this beer now.
I wonder if the Broncos offense is as explosive as the mochachinos.
Silk, I know you're probably with me on this one. The Broncos -3 against Spencer Rattler? And this guy is a tier 2, like number 30, number 40, maybe number 55 best quarterback in the league right now.
He's no Hendon Hooker.
No. God, no.
So you're going Denver? I like
Yeah,
that tonight.
yeah.
I actually
Thank
think
you.
Denver is going to beat them up bad. Like, the
Wow.
Saints are so beat up.
Oh,
Denver
JT's
is
coming
playing
down to
good
Earth.
defense,
JT's
so
on an island over
I
there.
just, what's that?
Revis JT Island.
I'm on an island. I'm the only one that thought the Saints are probably going to have a good chance tonight.
I'm limited to ESPN, as you know. It's -3, but you can go somewhere else and get that at -2.5, guys.
Yes. All right. That was-
FanDuel has 2.5 right now.
Yeah.
Right. What do I got? I think it's my turn second. I got I got the easiest pick on the board. The Chefs +1.5 against the 49ers. This one just stuck out to me right off the bat.
Yeah, Niners haven't been playing that
No.
spectacular.
Well, think about it.
Is this game in San Francisco?
The game's in San Francisco.
Oh, you're falling into a trap.
The Chiefs are coming
It's a
off.
trap.
Chiefs are coming off the bye though. And if
Okay.
you look at it, we just saw these teams play in a little game you may remember called the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
It's a little
I think
game.
we won a square.
I think
if
we did
remember.
win a square.
We did win.
And here's my thoughts on
years in a
this.
row.
And this
That's
is
fun.
the simplest handicap in the world. So let's take these two teams that played in the Super Bowl. Not to mention they've played numerous other times recently. Andy Reid has not lost, I don't think. And you got the 49ers minus Christian McCaffrey now.
I was just going to say, take the best player off the field, too.
Pacheco?
Yes. We're short, or I shouldn't say we're. In this example, me is short short Pacheco.
And Rice.
You have ownership when you're betting.
But I think the receiving core is better now than it was in the Super Bowl. I think the defense is
Are you out of your...
okay. You can disagree with me here.
There's nothing... What?
The problem is the San Francisco defense is fantastic, of course, and you watched them last week. They were running like a 4 tight end set. The Chiefs were. So I think there's got to be a little thought from Andy here, but he seems to be able to have these guys solved pretty
Creative
well.
mind. He
Yeah.
uses creative solutions.
Yeah.
I think San Fran, in my opinion, is just going to be hungry, pissed off. They don't have to win, but they need to win. And KC doesn't. I'm on San Fran this week, so I'm kind of happy that you picked KC. But could be wrong.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
off
what's
the wall.
Off the
Aaron.
wall.
oh
gosh.
Class A.
Yeah.
It's a Class A again.
Yeah.
That guy ain't. He's not even the best of the bunch there.
2-run, they tied it up. Holy crap.
Watching the baseball
It was a
game.
2-run shot. I didn't know it was
Jorel, I'm with you, buddy. Packers 2.5.
see.
That one jumped out to me. I think Houston going to Green Bay is going to be a problem. Love's looking good. That offense is clicking. The Packers could be a problem for the Lions this year, for sure.
Yeah, definitely without our DN.
Yep.
What's that
Was
now?
it Houston that went down to Minnesota and got handled too as well? Did
I
got
think
that
so.
right?
I think so.
I think they came to Minnesota and got handled kind of early as well.
Yeah, I think that's
so,
their only
if I
loss,
remember
right?
Correctly.
I think they're like 4-1 or 5-1. So I think that's their one loss too.
And for sure, Houston's a good team, but Nico being out, and they got their running game going. You see, funny thing about Minnesota, they've traded for Cam Akers twice in 1 year. In 365 days, they traded for him twice.
They did? I know
Yeah,
they
just
traded for him this
Cam
year.
Akers, and they
I
traded
saw
for him
that,
last
but
year, I guess.
I didn't even realize they had him last year.
I didn't either. But yeah, now I think about it, it was towards the end of the year, I think. But yeah, they've traded for him twice in 1 year. That's really funny to me.
Yeah.
Keep spending those picks, Minnesota.
We got one left here. It's Tones. And Tones, I think this is actually 5.5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to change that. I'll note that for the show. It was 5.5. Cincy minus 5.5.
Yeah, I think the Browns are waving the white flag already. They're sticking to Deshaun, not even trying, I think, a mandate from up top to play the expensive QB, even though he blows. And since he's basically got a must-win game here if they got any shot, or they could be in possibly a little sell mode if they lose this game too. And the Lions could be looking at the end from them if that loss happens. But I think Cincinnati goes in. Browns are already basically trading. I think there are going to be a few more players getting dealt from them shortly. And Cincinnati, a must-win game for them. So I think they take care of business.
I'm with you, Tones. They're in a must-win. The offense is clicking. The defense kind of sucks, but the offense is clicking hard enough to where it's like
you don't need a
they
great
can't lose
defense
this
to
game.
beat the Browns. So
Or the Giants.
yeah, that's true.
All right, Silkster. Hey, man, thanks for doing this. Good luck this week, by the way.
Hope that calf
Yeah,
heals up,
hopefully I
buddy.
can get it closer. You guys are kicking my ass right now.
Hey, it's a small margin, and with the picks like the Broncos, I think you're going to have a really good shot this week. So,
No, picks like the Chiefs.
right, or that too. That could
See
be.
ya.
All right, buddy.
They just lost the
All right, guys,
series.
We'll
Have a
catch
good
you,
night. Have a
man.
great
Thanks,
show.
buddy. You too.
Take care.
I think this is the 8th.
Bye.
Yeah.
There we go. There was Silk,
Class
everybody.
A, my ass.
He just gave up the
Did he-
series. He gave up the series there.
Oh, somebody
back to
jacked one?
back.
They're up
Is that
3-1.
Judge?
I can't tell what.
Yeah.
inning.
Now Stan and
I think it's the 8th.
Stan?
Judge and then stand back to
Oh, it's
back.
back to backs, Judge and Stan.
Oh my God,
Yes.
really?
Class A just gave up the series. It's over.
Can't see it. Oh yeah. Top of the 8th. Yep.
Wow.
Why do they keep trying to bring him on for 2 innings? He obviously wasn't very good in Detroit.
Oh, this was a must-win. They were up 3-1.
Wow.
They had to have this.
2-0, isn't it?
Yeah, they had to have this.
I know, but he hasn't been looking like he can even do 2 innings.
Oh, I got to take Jorel's name off here. Okay, there we go. All right, let's take a quick look because we don't talk a lot about college football on the show. So I tapped into one of the most prolific college football handicappers that I know.
That you know.
I don't know a lot of them, though. That's the problem. We got College Football Joe. He gives us 3 picks every week. He's got Tennessee +3 at home against Auburn.
Ooh, I like that one.
Richie likes that one.
How did Joe do last week?
2-1.
2-1, yeah. He was even coming in the...
Yeah, I like that pick.
Yeah. Okay, well, everybody likes
I
Tennessee.
thought Tennessee was playing someone
Like
else.
Tennessee? Man, all right, Neighbor
Is that
Stacy likes
right?
Tennessee.
That doesn't seem right to me.
I thought they were playing a
Is it
bigger
playing
game this
Auburn?
week. Yeah, I don't know.
Something seems off there. I was looking at.
I was doing this late last night,
They're
so
playing Alabama?
yeah.
I think it's Alabama, maybe.
Maybe it's Alabama.
Yeah, I don't think
Could
that's
be
Auburn.
a slight difference there.
They wouldn't be
I mean, same state.
It is the same state.
They wouldn't be a dog to. They wouldn't be a dog to Auburn.
That would be yeah, that's a good point. I think it is Alabama.
I think it is. Yeah.
I might have been thinking about Auburn Hills or something.
You don't think it's
Typed
Joe
in.
that made the mistake?
No, I'm sure it was me. I'm positive it was me.
It is. It is Bama.
Bama. Okay,
That makes
so
sense.
Tennessee +3 against
That makes more sense.
Bama. I was saying because everybody really liked it when it
I
was,
was going to be
Auburn.
like,
Yeah, is
They're
that
like,
home?
yeah, that sounds good.
Tennessee at home?
that's a Ram It special if I've ever seen it.
Sure, that's ramming it home. How about this one? Tones, you like this? Illinois +3.5 against Michigan.
I
should have
dislike
you
that.
close your ears for that one.
I dislike that.
Him and me both.
Michigan.
Yes, neighbor Stacy. She does not care for that.
They got Tuttle. He's got coming off a bye week, so 2 weeks of first team practice. Now that he knows he's the guy, when he came in, seemed to open up the offense a little, but 2 weeks to get comfortable as being the guy. I think that will help Michigan out tremendously this week.
Who's this now?
Tuttle, the guy that came in?
Is this the guy that started the season as the quarterback?
Nope.
Who was that?
He was injured. That's Warren, Davis Warren.
Davis Warren.
Yeah.
They just keep picking them off campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the bus stop or something. I'm not sure where they're getting these people. And
Well,
then,
I think the one quarterback they have Tones. He's just like a walk on, isn't he? Which one is that? one?
The one that started the season.
Okay.
Davis Warren. Yeah.
I
Yep.
gotcha.
He from Zingerman's
So,
Deli, I believe.
yeah, he was making the brownies.
The guy
and-
starting this week, he was injured at the beginning of the season, but in spring camp, everybody's saying he looked like he was going to be the number one guy. He got injured over the
What
summer.
kind of injury are we talking about here?
Nothing major, but it kept him from being ready. At
Tommy
the beginning of the
John?
season. Nothing. Maybe a calf, like Jorel.
Tommy John.
Calfy.
He's playing softball with your son right now at the park. That's where. That's what he does on Thursdays. Yeah. And then third pick, he's got Texas laying 4.5 at home against Georgia. I think that is correct. Texas
That's a
and
big
Georgia.
number.
That's a great game this week.
Yeah, that should be a fun one, right?
That to me. That's 1 versus 2, Rich. Even though it's 1 versus 5, I think, or
Is that
4.
according to the DW power scale?
That's my rankings, yes. But Texas, man, I mean, that's a big number, though. 4.5, really, Jimmy?
Well, if Arch was starting,
That's a lot.
Jorel had that 7.5.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know. I guess people are really down on Georgia since the Bama loss, and then came back the next week. And
Well, Georgia's looked a little suspect. haven't
Yeah, they look a little shaky.
They only beat Kentucky. Like, that was a low-scoring game, right?
who'd they play after the week after Bama?
Auburn.
Auburn, and that was too
That
close
was-
for
That was
comfort.
Close.
too close to call.
They did not cover.
They're real.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I get the line. That's going to be a good game. I don't think I'd bet it, but apparently Joe's got it inside lane there.
Oh, inside lane. He sure does. And let me catch up here on the chat. Gary Snoop says Hassan Riddick, disgruntled Jets linebacker coming to Detroit. Snoop, you are a little late. We had already talked about that.
See a linebacker?
Well,
Yeah,
He's like
sometimes
he's
they
a DN.
can
But
be,
he could-
yeah.
He's a DN.
They could move him, I think, around.
He says, remember that name. He's holding out for a multi-year deal.
I think it's good because you could get him for a second or third, which I think's much better
Do we
value.
want this guy on our team, though? He's kind of an asshole.
Here's the problem:
Do you know him personally?
we don't know
No,
what we're
just
getting.
from what I hear.
Oh, okay.
But in a trade, though, we don't know if he's going to demand a contract extension as part of a deal.
Oh, he will. That's why
and
he's
do the
sitting on no.
Lions? Do the Lions want to commit before they even get him in the locker room? And,
Right.
You know,
Right.
as opposed to 1 year rental.
I
And
don't
say,
see
hey,
it
maybe
happening.
unless they agree, hey, we'll give you a shot, but you know, we sign, offer an extension if we like what we're seeing here. But I don't know if he's gonna go for that though. So.
Right, but do you really want to pick up a guy for a second and third that you don't know is going to stay past a year? I don't know about that.
They got to negotiate all that before any deal gets in
Give
place.
me Max with 2 X's.
Oh, I love Max.
That would be
he's my guy, but Davis keeps saying he's not going anywhere. So
why? The Raiders aren't going anywhere.
Well, I agree with that.
Okay, I had to have a little water there, a little parched. Let's go over every NFL game in 30 minutes. What do you think?
All right, let's
Sure.
do it.
It's doable.
Yeah, we can do
I'm D-Dub.
2 buys this
Damn.
week, I think.
Tones.
I'm Richie. And in my neighborhood, we have a train that comes through.
Woo woo!
And I'm JT, the whole NFL, and possibly the ghost of Andy Rooney
Why are there patches on suit jackets?
in 30 minutes. You good?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
Whoa, jeez. Jeez, okay.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I finished that switchback, by the way.
Did you? So did I.
Just went up 0.2 of a
Oh,
point.
yeah?
It's up to a
You
two,
want-
it's up to a 2.1 now.
You want a couple more? Gonna bong some of that.
11
Maybe
more.
Yeah.
we'll see where the rest of this night takes us.
There's a bunch in my car. Help yourself, man. Okay, this is a segment we try to go over every NFL game. We try to do it within 2 minutes and 30 seconds per game, and we've been doing really good at that.
Let's do
Last
it.
week we were.
Yeah, we cover it. We let you know if we're going to take it, if we're not going to take it, totals, spreads,
Beep-a-da-bop,
money
boop.
lines, beat a bop,
How
boop, bing a
much
bong.
time do we have accrued now from last week?
I don't think we banked the time.
We don't carry week to week.
No, we don't bank the time. Here's the first game. We're going to skip Thursday's game. So we got the Patriots at the Jags. You got the Patriots on the road. Actually, this is in Wembley Stadium, at Wembley Stadium in London, England. Pat's laying 5.5. I'm sorry, getting 5.5. Oh, I can't get this straight tonight. 42 is the total. Who wants that? Rich, start with you.
Yeah, I think the Pats found something with May. Once again, I don't understand why you would take a guy third and put him behind Jacoby Brissett. I mean, how many times have we got to roll this guy out to do nothing for every team? He's the backup quarterback for a reason for life. He's like the guy that when you can't park the trailer, you call him in to help out park the trailer because you can't do it. He's the backup. That's what his job is.
Case?
Yeah. Chase Keenum.
Case Keenum, backup quarterback.
Patriots, plus 5.5.
Somebody on that couch.
Both teams traveling overseas. Neither flashy offenses. I think it'd be a snoozer under on this. I would go.
I would be leaning toward maybe the Jaguars money line over the Patriots plus 5.5. I think the Jags are probably due to get a win. They have to find at least 2 more wins throughout the course of the season, right, Jimmy?
Probably, sure.
So they're out there in London for the second straight week, which I think is a major. That doesn't seem very fair.
Yeah, you think? Do they stay out there?
Yeah, they stayed out there.
Okay, but then they have English food. That doesn't sit well with the digestion.
As we pointed out last week, though, there's a lot of Indian food there in London.
We did point that out. Yeah, we're pretty cultured.
Makes
They
sense.
got their owner, Mr. Khan,
Yeah.
who will
Shaka
show them
Khan.
around the West End.
Right.
So,
West End girls.
yes.
Yeah, one of my
East
favorite
End
songs.
boys.
Right. I got 37 seconds. I'm going to say quickly, I've got nothing on this game. Although I did hear New England's leaving today. So they're going to be there maybe pounding coffees. Trying
And
to get some
crumpets.
practice
Smoking
in.
big cigars.
Crumpets and tea.
Just saying. I got nothing, though.
You gotta imagine that plane's pretty well equipped on that.
Yeah, I would
road
think so.
over the trip over the pond,
think
right?
Triple for the tribe here.
By the way, we
double?
got Lauren, Realtor, in the chat.
Uh-oh.
And also Snoop. He's in the chat.
No way.
Yeah.
No
I'm going
way.
to tell you what Lauren said. She said, I think the chat should put a bet on how long this part of the show actually
A
lasts.
little over under.
Has
Over under,
anybody
I like it.
seen Q Dub?
Holy
It's
shit.
been a while.
Can we
Where-
get a
Where's your nephew
search
been?
party on?
You might have to text him.
Quit.
Like a
See where
wellness
he's been.
check?
Did
Little
you
concerned.
offend him at some point?
I saw my my other nephew at football yesterday,
Yeah,
playing for the Clarkston Wolves.
absolutely.
Quarterback ran one in.
Right?
Pretty cool.
Little sneak.
A Jorel
Shout
special.
out.
Shout
Early
out.
shout out.
Oh,
Shout out.
there you go.
Thank you.
There you go. I think you're right, Realtor Lauren. Although this should be a quick one tonight if I quit pausing and reading chat. I think we might be able to get through this in a half hour. And then Snoop wants to know, what was I wearing under the silk robe? There was not much under that silk robe, Snoop.
Extension.
Not much under there. Just
It was a Cologuard box underneath.
yeah. All right, let's move on. So we have the Seahawks. Lauren says 20 minutes over. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going on. Really try to keep this going. So we got the Seahawks at the Falcons in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz.
Of course, where else would they play?
Yeah,
Is that right?
the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in Atlanta. Wait, that's not right. Laying 3 are the Falcons at home. 51 is the point total here. Let's give this one to Tones.
It's a tough one. I don't know. I don't even know who I like better out of these two teams. 3-point spread. I don't know. I think sit back and just watch this one. I don't like picking either way on this one.
Richie, I got the Falcons with a 9-point late fourth quarter lead, only to get the backdoor cover.
Backdoor.
Seahawks take it +3.
I think the Seahawks are in a little bit of a tailspin here, and Atlanta's got to feel pretty comfortable with their 7th straight home game. So I'm going to roll with the Falcons in this one. I think they're going to struggle in the back half, though. They're going to have a lot of road games coming up.
Yeah. It's going to be a road
that's a good
stretch.
point.
Yeah.
They are at home a lot.
They better be decent in the standings before they
you
hit
might
the
as
road.
well rent out the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the next 2 months.
I think the hurricane victims are going to be staying there.
At the Superdome there in Atlanta.
Yes.
Right.
The Superdome.
That's funny. Okay, so I got the Falcons. My number comes
Hurricanes are no laughing
No,
matter.
that's not funny. You're right. And hey, Snoop. Well, I'm gonna wait till I say this. Okay, so I got Falcons. My number comes to laying 3.5. It's at 3. Nothing doing there. Total 49.5. I got 51 again. Nothing. But I kind of lean with what Rich is saying. I would think to go Falcons here if I had a gun put to my head. Which thankfully I don't. And Snoop, since you're in the chat now, neighbor Stacy had a question earlier that what are they going to do in these hurricane-ravaged, typically red states? How are they going to be able to vote? I figured if anybody would know that, you would know that. So if you're still in the chat, let us know. Okay, we got the Tennessee Titans who shit the bed for me last week. I was on the show saying this is a spot for them. Billy Levi's is going to be big against the Colts. That didn't happen.
Willie Dimes.
Yes. So the Buffalo Bills are laying anywhere from 8.5 at FanDuel to 9.5 over at DraftKings in Buffalo. And the total is 41. And D-Dub?
Yeah, I think the Bills are in a very... what's the opposite of a steep decline?
The opposite of a steep?
Opposite of steep.
Shallow?
Slow.
Very shallow. I don't feel right. They're in a tailspin that's like very like slow. They'll get back to where they belong. You know, they started out the season hot. 3-0 at the start of the season.
Yeah, they were on fire.
But they're not better than last year's team. I think I could see another backdoor cover, but I'm probably not gonna make a play or advise.
I mean,
do
they
that.
escaped last week. How many crossbars can that guy hit?
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Cue the music.
Crossbar music?
Dong. I forgot to do that.
God dang it.
Oh, sorry.
I like Tennessee. I don't know if you guys saw this, but there's some crazy stat out there, like where the bigger the dog has had some like straight up crazy wins, like they're 80% clip. So I'm gonna take Tennessee, sprinkle a little on the money line, see what happens. I agree. I don't think the Bills are that good, and I think that's a lot of points to give up to anybody.
I feel about 6-point win for the Bills, so I will take the 8.5 for the Titans.
9.5. Give you an extra point.
Extra 9.5. Oh yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you guys here. Whenever it comes to 11, it's at 8.5. Total comes to 45.3. We'll see what Derrick Henry does in this game. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's not. Okay, he's not in Tennessee.
You see what
Tony Pollard?
Tony Pollard does in this game.
say,
I'm just fucking around. Tennessee sucks. They have no offense at all. Levi's is he going to play or are they going to sit him? They got to be sitting this guy this week. Levis.
Oh, the mailman.
Yeah. If they sit him, I'll change my tune. But,
Why? Who's the backup there?
it's somebody that's halfway decent. Actually,
Ryan Tannehill is not walking
No,
up that.
I have to look at. Rich, I thought you had the depth chart memorized here.
I usually do. I can't think of who the backup is.
I can't either off the top of my head.
All right.
Aaron McNair.
It sure as hell would be an
Rest in
improvement
peace.
in my mind.
Is it Minshew?
He seems like he's always
Might
the
be Case
backup, doesn't
Keenum.
it? It could be.
Case
No,
Keenum.
here, I'll look it up.
He's got to be a backup for
Could
somebody.
be Billy Joe Tolliver.
Really true.
Oh,
Played for the Oilers back in the day, didn't he? For a half a second after his
why
Chargers
Maybe Warren
glory
Moon.
days.
Warren Moon might show
Warren Moon, sure.
Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph.
Mason
it was.
Rudolph.
Yeah. An improvement over Levis.
It would be an improvement. If he starts, that's even better if you get
Yeah,
him out
I
there.
would take that.
Does anybody know where Kenny Pickens is?
Didn't he go to? Wait, where did he go?
I don't think that's a guy that's going to ever start again in the NFL.
Oh, he's on the Eagles. He backs up hurt.
Eagles.
Yes.
You can't leave the friendly confines of the
Yeah,
state
it's
of
home.
Commonwealth
It's his
of
home state, right?
Pennsylvania. Yes.
He might be the better quarterback out of the three in Pittsburgh left over, though.
Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. All right. Let's
Are we
move
talking
on.
about Rudolph again?
No.
No, that would be the four.
By the way, Realtor Lauren said 20 minutes over, if I didn't already say that. She might be right. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns. You got the Browns getting 5.5 at home. Although Chubby is supposed to be back, I think, from what I understand.
What's left of that knee?
Well, I don't know, yeah. And 41.5 is the total here. Rich?
Yeah, Chubby might be back, but when you blow out your PCL, ACL, MCL, I don't even know how many ACLs you have. He blew them all out. It's going to take a while. You never really come back from that, I don't think. From my experience, anyways. So I think Tones is right. He talked about it earlier with the Jorel pick. I mean, the Bengals need the game, and the Browns suck. So I'm definitely gonna be putting some money on the Bengals here myself.
Yeah, I won't rehash my points from the Chi-Chi Challenge, but Bengals by at least a TD, must win. Browns are waving the white flag. So.
Miles Garrett would look good in Detroit uniform.
Yeah,
too.
and a win by the Bengals would help facilitate something like that. So.
If you just say Chubb had a dislocated knee, it probably wouldn't sound nearly as bad as Rich makes it out. To me.
Dislocated Chubb.
I think everybody would lean toward the Bengals. At some point, Browns are gonna win again. Nobody goes 1
Testaverde's not walking through that door.
Do they have a win?
They beat
Browns?
somebody.
Yeah.
How?
I think they played Tennessee.
That's
probably about right.
It's either the Tennessee or the Colts.
Here's the thing: is Cincinnati has to have a breakout offensive game at some point, right? They're going to put up 30 on somebody. It might as well be the Browns.
It's going to be this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it, but yeah, I obviously lean toward the Bengals on that one, Jimmy.
Yeah, we've seen the Browns just get their ass kicked over and over
What
again.
can Brown do for you?
Man, not much. You got, just their offensive line is probably
Don't want it in
the
your
worst.
underwear.
Probably most pressures. I think.
Dude wipes.
I have to believe it's number one.
Mocha?
For giving up.
Mocha explosive.
So my number here comes. This is going to be surprising, but I got the Browns +4. And when I did see because I think this hit 7 at one point, or it was definitely 6.5.
Well, Browns +4 tell you Cincinnati is the pick, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
No, other way around. But I kind of like the Bengals here too. But
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm
You're
going to
right.
play it. But anyway.
That'd be a bold ass pick.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely not going to be playing the Browns.
That's
in
like
that
when you go
situation.
to the cashier and you say, "Can I put 100 on Carolina today?" Like,
Right.
who feels good about that?
Nobody does that. Nobody's
Sir,
ever
this
done
is
that.
Kroger.
Yeah, I'd like to see the betting splits on
Thanks,
any
my-
Panthers game.
My Kroger points on this, but
All right, so you got the Lions at the Vikings. This one's all near and dear to our hearts. I think we touched on this one earlier. Vikings laying 1.5 at home. Bighorn. Rich, you want to give that to us real quick?
Last 25 games.
No, it's
Yeah, the Bighorn. The Bighorn.
Oh, boo.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
Neighbor Stacy is not amused.
No, she looks
she's
sad
little
over
frightened.
there. Yeah, and
A little
scared.
frightened.
taken aback.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I think the Lions are the best team against the spread, and I don't know why in the world they're getting points in this one. I mean, I believe I saw they were 18-7 last 25. The Vikings run has to end at some point. I think Campbell will send the rallying cry out there around Aiden, and it'll propel him the next couple games here. I'm definitely taking Detroit on this one.
Yeah, they're going to be pumped to win this for Aiden. The rest of the defense comes up, picks up the slack, and that Lions offensive performance last week is probably one of the best I've seen out of our home team in a long time, and I hope they build upon that. And they know this game has big, implications on our division. Don't want to be 2 games behind the Vikings, so this is a big one. So I think the Lions will come in, win by at least a field goal, 3 to 6 points, something like that. So.
I think 1.5, 1 point, half point, whatever. I'm not concerned about it. To me, it's just a pick'em game. So if you feel one way or the other, then bet it that way. Now, if it's 1.5, I am gonna tease it. Right, I'm gonna make it 7.5, and you'll see that later in the show, Jimmy.
Is it a Wong or a Wang?
That's a Wong.
It's a Wong, okay.
For sure.
Okay, just checking. I got the wrong team favored here.
I got a
The
Wang
wrong
for you
team
later,
favored.
though.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
It's a teaser.
Oh, okay, it's a Wang.
Jeez.
I thought, man, that's your assaulting me verbally.
No.
All right.
Creep.
I get Vikings plus 1.5.
No.
That's the other way around here.
Oh,
Huh?
I hate the Vikings.
Oh, no, I'm not taking them. That's what my number comes to. They should be getting 1.5. Instead, they're laying 1.5. So, but like Daryl said, call that a pick 'em anyway. And I got to go with the Lions here. Got to go with the Lions in this situation. All right. Stacey, you have any thoughts on that? If you want to pull the mic by your face hole? No? Okay. All right. How about this one? How about the Texans at the Packers? I know this is on Rich's. Wasn't that Richard your top pick this week for the?
It is. I already said what I had to say about it.
Yeah.
I like Green Bay here. So
Yeah. Green Bay laying 3 or 2.5. You can get them both ways. Total 47 to 47.5. And D-Dub.
The 2.5 is another Wong teaser, Jimmy. You'll see that later in the show.
Okay.
I would even to do it every which way on this one, every which way.
oh yeah, why stop at 1?
Money line, not a great bet. The spread -2.5. Single game parlay.
Yeah, I'm riding with Rich. I like the Pack at home. Not having Nico is tough, I think, for the Texans to counter punch the Pack, and I think the Pack will take care. Even though I don't want them to, but I think they'll take care of those points and win outright by TD or so.
Yeah, early in the week, I definitely took the Texans. I don't remember what the number was, though. It might have been 3.5 I got them at. But,
I don't think
was it 3 or 3.5?
I don't think so.
I definitely took them.
I think you're making that up.
No, I took the Texans. I knew
It was
that.
It was 3.5.
Or was it maybe? I don't think I took it at 2.5. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But in any event, my number comes to the Packers. Should be laying 3.5. I didn't have my number at that point in time, so maybe I'm regretting that a little bit. I think this is kind of a toss-up, though. The more I'm thinking about it, so take your pick.
You do the weekly power rankings every week, Jimmy?
I don't do the weekly power rankings.
I have Texans for me are right in the middle.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's fringe playoff team, but I don't see them as a top 10 team in the NFL.
I think you said something about that last week or the week before, but they are 4-1.
They sneak out some close victories for sure.
Well, their defense
but they were
is
expected
really
to be
really good.
they were expected to be, making that.
They are expected to be top 5, right, or something. Yeah, and they're 4-1. I don't know what else they can really do.
I just don't see it. But maybe I'm seeing it wrong.
I guess we'll just have to have a Texans Lions Super Bowl for you to come around.
Yeah,
you'd probably want to see Texans Cowboys, all Texas.
That'd
all
be a
the
fun
time.
Super Bowl.
that'd be cool.
The Cowboys look a long way away from a Super Bowl, though.
Not going to probably be this year. And we do have Stace. Snoop says NC is voting a governor, so it's a double whammy, is what he says. The Trump has a slight edge. That's all he said. He said that
answer anything.
NC's also voting a governor, so it's a double whammy. Trump has a slight edge. And then he says that they stuck with the rookie in Tennessee that Levi is going to start. And if the Lions lose, they'll pull out all stops. And I kind of agree with you there.
This is Snoop's again?
This is Snoop, our senior political
I've
analyst.
seen you in here, Snoop's in the office. You ain't no expert.
Yeah, he's an expert. So we got the Dolphins and the Colts. This is going to be a kind of a fun game. The Colts have no defense at all, so that's always a good time. You got the Colts laying 3 out there at the Indianapolis Superdome. 43.5 is the total. The Mercedes-Benz Indianapolis Superdome.
How many Superdomes do we have?
I'm just kidding. That's
Lucas
not
Oil?
that's not a Superdome. That's Lucas Oil Stadium. Yeah. Go ahead, Rich.
I actually like this game a lot. I think, you know what's the cure for a really bad defense, Jim? A terrible offense. And that's what the Dolphins bring in. I don't care if it's Skylar Thompson and Brett Hundley. They better find the ghost Ryan Tannehill soon because the season's about to tank the wrong way. I'm taking the Colts.
All right, with Rich again on this. I like the Colts at home. Miami, with their offensive situation, it's not clicking like we expected at the beginning of the season due to injuries, but I take the Colts at home.
That's the name of these two's spin-off podcast, Jimmy.
I'll take the Colts.
Riding with Rich.
Oh, riding with Rich. I'll take the Colts.
I was riding with
That
Biden.
sounds like a winning
now
podcast.
I'm riding with Rich. So.
Right.
Giddy up.
I teased the Dolphins, and that's the only way I would touch this one. A Wong teaser. It was 2.5 and made it 8.5, but I think it's gone up to 3. So I don't like it when the teasers end on a whole number.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I'd
like
rather
that.
have the hook on something.
Well, yeah,
like that.
Even if it's
lose.
detrimental to your health.
Right, you lose on a tie, right, Darryl?
Well, at DraftKings, Jimmy, you'll have to remind everybody what happens at DraftKings. Minus 120 are the fixed odds.
Minus 120 on a 6-point teaser. I believe it just chops off the leg, like what almost had to happen to Aiden Hutchinson. And then
I think it's just a return your money situation.
Too soon.
Yeah,
Too soon.
but
Because you can't tease a
right.
one team, right?
Right, and on a 10-point teaser though, a tie does lose. The bet loses.
Check your local rules, folks.
Yeah, very important. Very important. Actually, or go back about 7 or 8 shows. We went through each and every one of them. I am against everybody on the show again here. I took the Dolphins. I have that in pocket right now at 3 or maybe 3.5. I don't know. I'd have to look again. It's not a top pick.
I'm
These
not
are just
against you. Are you listening?
Oh, I thought you said the Colts.
I said
Oh,
Dolphins.
part of a teaser.
Teaser.
Yeah, teaser. I took it as is.
I thought that NFL menu was a little not as
was tough
inviting this week.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
You're absolutely right. I agree with you. But that's what I did. I took them. My A-Chain's back, or A-Shawn, whatever you want to
A-Train?
call him. I call him
Who?
the A-Chain. Their running back.
Is
For the
that
Dolphins.
like a
Oh.
Doge?
Action.
Like a cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds
A-Chain?
like it. You're thinking blockchain.
Ah, dang it.
Doge.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's what we got there. This one I'm not looking forward to watching. This might be one Rich takes an early nap. You got the Eagles at the New York Giants. The Giants are at home dog, 3.5 or 3, depending on where you go. And then 42.5.
Big implications in your
is the
division,
total.
Richie. There.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I think it's Washington's to lose, right? But I don't know. Yeah, this game does. I don't know what's wrong. Something's just wrong with the Eagles. I can't. And there's nothing right with the Giants.
You think it's just a carryover from last year? The issues in locker room.
I don't. They seem to pull them out these games out. But I mean, that hook really worries me. Oh my
he dropped the
goodness,
ball!
that never happens.
He
NFL'd that guy.
That's cray.
He did like a wrestling shoulder block. There.
Are
the
you-
guy's like coming off the ropes, and he just like. Boom.
So yeah, we
I think
just.
neighbor Stacy's a Yankees fan over there.
Wow.
Oh, are you,
That
Stace?
was-
No.
Oh, no.
Not.
Are you an Indians fan? Or a, what are they called now? Guardians fan?
You see this elbow drop, the atomic elbow.
I don't like the Yankees at all.
You see this like little chicken wing. How do you drop it? That
He
was-
just look at him. He drops it and he just sticks up.
I give him credit though because he didn't do that.
But he pushes them.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to
Didn't
watch.
have to.
He's
Wanted
like,
to.
he's like, take
Tonight.
that, bro.
Actually, he pushed him.
You remember?
Wow.
See, that was a man. That was a man's way to knock a ball. You remember Alex Rodriguez when he slapped the guy's
That
mitt?
was.
Yes, I do. I do.
That was hilarious. Yeah, I think I had to say I'm not betting this game. I don't like either team.
I like the Eagles quite a bit here. The Giants are actually impressing me the way they've been playing. I was going to say down the stretch, but I don't know if you can say that in weeks 5 and 6.
Not quite yet.
No.
No.
But I do think the Eagles are going to. Did the Eagles not play last week? They had a bye, I believe. Is that true?
Did they lose to the bye? No, Sirianni got in a fight with a fan on the way. Oh no, wasn't it?
Was that 2 weeks ago?
Was that 2 weeks
I
ago?
think it was 2 weeks
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they were.
I'm going to pretend that at least that the Eagles were on a bye and say that they're going to be refreshed. And the Giants played a late night game against the Bungles, and Eagles are going to put a hurting on them. Revenge game.
Revenge.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with D-Dub on this. I think Eagles will come in. It'll be tight game, but I think I could see them walking away with a TD ahead. So,
Jimmy, time is up. What's games next?
Nothing. My number's spot on, 3.5. I have the Giants should be getting, and they are roughly 42. So
just
doing
for
nothing here.
ears and omissions, the Eagles did beat the Browns last week.
That's what it was.
That's
And
right.
Sirianni got into a fight with the fan.
I still don't remember it.
It was
it
not
wasn't
worth
real
watching.
I
memorable.
wasn't watching.
Okay, how about this one? The Panthers at the Commodes. The Panthers at the Commodes. You got the Commodes laying 8 to 8.5 at home in Washington Superdome. 51.5 is the point total. And Tones, I know you've become a real Commodes fan. lately.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start.
I've been joining the bandwagon. Let's see. I would say that I was debating. I had the last pick in the Chi-Chi Challenge, and I was going back and forth with this game and picking the Bengals. But I think Washington's offense is just going to be too much for the Panthers. I just have a feeling it's going to be a double-digit game. So Carolina, I'm still just not sold on them at home in Washington. I could see them winning by 10 to 14. So I would take the Commanders there.
I hope I was able to put you over the top there, Anthony, because I have the Skins minus 23.667.
Oh, you were
repeating,
serious about that.
or 22.166 repeating, depending on how much you value the home field advantage. FedEx Field. I don't believe much in the home field advantage, so I would put it at minus 22, call it. But it's still plenty of, what's that, 14? 2 more touchdowns
Yeah, sure.
than the spread requires. So I would say that this is probably your play of the week, Jimmy.
Yeah, you know what, Daryl? This game screams like 34-6, or the Panthers win 20-17 for no reason. So
yeah, something like that.
I don't know anybody in their right mind. It feels like if you're going to take the Panthers in this game, you need like a plus 240 or something. I don't know. I can't bet them in my mind. I certainly like the Commanders to cover the 8, and then I'll just laugh at myself when Carolina somehow. This line's like ridiculous that they would cover, right?
Yeah. And you know what scares me here is neither team has any defense at all.
Yeah.
I mean, this game, the total is at 51.5. I might even go over on this.
That's not a
If you
bad
can
play
imagine
either.
that.
I could see that
The
happening.
Panthers
Yeah.
do have some like Deontay Johnson does get a lot of points.
He sure does. He sure does.
So-
You'll see that a little later in the show.
You will. That's one of my. That's one
Oh,
of my
no.
Are we on the same one?
I got
Little
receiving
tease.
yards.
That's what I got.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
stole my
I don't
pick.
know. I mean, the model number here comes to Commanders laying 9. They're laying 8. There's no key number there, so I don't think I'd play the side. But the total, think about it. Maybe.
See how the 1 o'clocks go.
Right. Right.
See how much you're down at the 1 o'clock. And then lay it on the line.
Triple
Put it all
up.
on the Panthers.
You gotta come out ahead.
I got the Commodes as my survivor pick, though. I did take that.
Okay.
Oh, 7.
How many are left? The double.
How many games are left?
No, was it still 4?
5. There's 5. Yep. I got the Raiders at the Rams. Raiders at the Rams at the Los Angeles. I believe they're playing at the Los Angeles Superdome. Rams laying 7. NA if you're going to be at BetMGM. Apparently that feed didn't come through. And then your total is 43.5.
Jimmy,
Go ahead, Tito.
the only play here is the Raiders money line. You're going to lose most of the time, but I put it at about 45-55, you know? So
What's the odds on the money line, Daryl?
the odds.
Oh, plus 270.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, depending on which one you play.
Sure.
Yep. I'd take a chance on that.
Yeah, I'm with Daryl on that. I think if I'm playing the game, I'm playing the Raiders, but I look at this game again. I think the Rams are just so beat up. I think the Raiders get a boost. I think teams get a boost when they get rid of the crap in their locker room.
I think Cup might play possibly though.
That doesn't matter. Adams in his the problem is Adams had the Taco Bell in his house, and now the Raiders don't have a good place to eat. So no, I think it's addition by subtraction, and I think Aiden O'Connell I heard was going to start, and I think they covered a 7 for sure. I like the money line play though.
Aiden O'Connell to Willie Galt.
Yep,
Willie Galt.
One of my bets
Tim Brown.
is the Rams. I took them -6.5, and I'm going to stick with it here. I'm rolling with the Rams.
Jimmy, you got a lot of time to screw this up now.
Yeah, I'll screw this up. Well, I think in this number, what has Adams really contributed over the last 3 games?
I think he has 185 yards receiving.
Right.
He's also been falsifying an injury.
Yes. So
I don't want to speak to all that.
I'm not going to have a play here. My number again comes to Rams laying 6. So, yeah,
Pretty close.
At 6.5, maybe take that. I got nothing. Although my money line came to -241, so you can get +270. There's some value there, according to that.
Yeah.
So maybe take the Raiders money line and hope for an upset.
Sounds like a numbers guy special there.
It does. I think I already talked about this one. How about the Chefs at the 49ers? 1.5s painted everywhere. And then 47 is your total everywhere, with the exception of the FanDuel.
I'd be real quick on this one, Jimmy.
Sure.
Why would you touch this game? You can watch this game without any money on it.
I love it.
It'll be a fun game to watch.
Easiest pick this week.
Only thing I would do
tones of Tom Brady.
Is he covering this one? 405, 425?
Absolutely is.
The only thing would be later on in the show, you'll see a Wong teaser there, Jimmy, Kansas City. Just make it 7.5? Absolutely.
Okay.
I am rolling with JT. Take the +1.5 with the Chiefs. I just don't like how San Francisco, they're not the same San Fran team of last year, and I think the Chiefs are just as good, and I think they take care of business.
Yeah, I lean a little towards San Francisco just because I think they need him more. I understand that. I mean, you look at the game. I think they're at home. You look at the game. It feels like it's a Chiefs win, but they've been barely getting by, and it feels like another one they might scrape out. I'm with Darryl. I'm like, just watch the game. I mean, we don't need anything on it. Not every game needs money on it, you know.
No, that's very true.
Wong it.
Very true. And I'll remind Rich that he put 6 units on the Chiefs last year, just in February. That was. I don't know what's changed a lot.
That was
since
neutral
then.
site, sir.
Neutral site. Okay.
Neutral.
That's what it is. I already said it. I think you got to go Chiefs here. I think it's pretty obvious. But again, I think me and Tones, we ride together.
Riding high.
That's the name of our podcast, Rich. What do you think of that? Me and Tones riding together.
Riding together.
Yeah.
Shotgunning.
That's right. All right. How about the Jets at the Steelers? We kind of touched on this too with Jorel's pick. This is football night in America, everybody. 8:20.
Yeah, why wouldn't the Jets get a couple primetime games in a row? They're pretty exciting,
right? God,
so stupid.
Steelers to 1.5 to 2, 38. It's going to be a lot of scoring in this one. 38.5 is the total. Anybody? Somebody? Everybody? Aye.
Yeah.
I don't like this game either, but if I'm down, I'll be quadrupling up, and if I'm up, I'll be tripling up. So I think the Jets do get a 1 week bump here with thinking they're something better than they are, and the Steelers are, I don't know, I think the Steelers aren't very good anyways, and if they roll out Russell Wilson, I'm definitely jumping on the Jets in this game. So if you see Wilson out there, I'm heavy on the Jets. If not, I'm light on the Jets.
Yeah, if one of my picks for the week, I'm thinking they still stick with Fields, even though Russell's running around out there. But I like the Steelers at home plus the 1.5. So.
Jimmy, this one started at Steelers -1. Went to -1.5. Went all the way up to -2.5. Or +2.5, rather. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Where it's at now, what? +1.5?
Is this because of the Adams effect?
+2.
Yeah.
I don't
That
get
seems
that.
kind of silly for the first week.
Yeah, he's not going to be integrated into the offense yet.
I agree with
No.
with Snoop on the text there.
I would say the line is almost exactly opposite of what it should be. Take the Steelers. Take the points. Take the money line. Either way.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got Steelers laying,
Almost always in agreement.
laying 3.5. So the wrong team's favored again.
Wrong.
So, yeah, I take the Steelers plus the 2. Sorry, Jorel. I'm going to disagree with you on that
Joel
one.
will be happy. He's a Steelers fan. He's
Yeah, but he
picking
took the-
against his team.
Picked
Yeah.
against
He's
his
doing
team.
a little reverse psychology.
Absolutely. Let me catch
Mike
up on the chat
Tomlin.
real quick.
I just feel that the Jets go 2-5. It's just like, why'd you even trade for the guy?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel
That's
like
true.
I feel like their season's on the line, and I don't think the Steelers are that good. I think they're very average. It's gonna be an interesting game, fellas. I can't really say anything negative about your picks. I mean, you guys are probably right.
Yeah, well, either way, I think on that
I
one.
hate the Jets. Fucking suck.
Jets, Jets,
Yeah, I
baby.
hate the Jets.
Let's see. Snoop says, Scary Terry, I invented that dude like 3 years ago. And he says, watch out for them Chargers. He also says, hilarious. Oh, this is part of Snoop's political commentary here. Let me go ahead and
It's
put this
Snoop's political
He's not on the
commentary.
phone. He says, hilarious. Kamala was on Fox to introduce her policies to the audience and said Trump 48 times with a
In
laugh.
20 minutes? 48 times?
48 times. That's some sort of record there.
Wow.
She killed that guy though with the candle for a face. His face is a candle,
Brett
and the
Bear.
wax
Brett Bear?
melted, and then somebody took the wax and they pulled it back.
He's a good look. He reminds me of like a husky Ted Koppel back in the day. Doesn't he? Kind of look like
20 million
Gobble.
20 million.
on his ad that they supposedly he showed 20 million.
That's
20 million.
20
That's a
million.
lot of
That's
money.
what she said.
Yeah.
Now, if
What
you,
about hers?
I don't know. Well, yeah,
What about hers?
she's raised it like $1 billion.
But the best one was that when Trump said, "I'm the father of IVF."
Yeah,
I'm the father.
Luke.
he's the father, the father, like Darth Vader to Luke in a way.
I can see Trump putting in some deposits into the IVF bank.
He's probably got some out there.
Is that this? I don't know anything about that.
Some more,
more
Baron,
Trump-
some
Trump.
more barons floating around there.
Hey, Tones.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
You got Chris Pena in the chat. He
Fly,
says,
Chris
"Hey
Pena,
boys,
fly."
just
I
stopping by to
I
say
took
hello."
Atlanta, Chris. He's an Atlanta guy, right?
He's
Yeah.
Atlanta. Oh, there's
No, thank you.
If you ever want to take a
Appreciate
trip
that.
down to ATL, we're going to go visit.
Yes.
Pena.
Me and Daryl been to ATL before.
Yeah.
Good time.
You want one?
Spent a week there one night.
Did you? The whole week?
One
In
night.
Hotlanta?
Felt like a week, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a long night and a long ride home.
We
I'm so
actually,
finished now.
Tones and I ran up the biggest bar tab in a particular company's history.
And they're no longer in
They're
They're
business.
no longer in business.
Yeah.
I think we broke them. And then, okay, Snoop says low score, Steelers win outright, and Russell Wilson starts. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. So we got 2 games on Monday. Let's take a look at these. You got the Ravens at the Bucks. This should be a fun game to watch. Probably a lot of offense in this one, I'm thinking. You got the Buccaneers at home, 3.5. They're getting, and then 49.5 is your total. Tones, take this one.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of offense in this. I think I'm going to go the over on this one.
Over 40.
I wasn't laughing at your pick there,
Yeah,
Jones. I was
good.
laughing at the botched play by the first baseman there on the Yanks.
I could see a 30, 27, something like that scenario.
Rich, you got a play on this one?
I really don't. I mean, Tampa Bay. They surprised me at how good they are offensively. I don't hate that over pick. Is that what you said, Tones?
Yeah,
that might be fun to play. Other than that, I would probably lean a little bit towards the Ravens, but I don't love the pick. I just think they're the better team, so I guess that's what. Maybe Ravens money line if I'm doing something.
Hard to imagine a power rankings, Jimmy, without the Ravens in at least the top 4, probably the top 3.
Top 3 for sure.
And
right?
when they're rolling with Henry there, I don't
man.
know, man. They might be the best team. I think ultimately in the playoffs they go back to being the Ravens again and
That's what they do.
playing Ravens playoff style football.
Right.
But when I see 3.5, traditionally I'm going to take the getting the points there. In this case, not so much. Probably would bet the Ravens, but for purposes of this show, I probably would just leave it alone.
The model comes to Tampa Bay plus 3.5. well, okay. Can't really do that. Point total, though, comes to 52.
There we go.
So
let's go.
Usually not enough to make it a play, but I think I'm just going to do that for fun because
let's buckle up.
Yeah, should be a fun one.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun to just watch a high scoring affair and with no skin in the game. Either way, just get some points.
Just get some points.
Yeah.
You don't like this game? You can flip over to this game, Tones.
Right. You can. The second Monday night game, this one's on ESPN Plus, I think. You have to have a ESPN Plus subscription. You got the Los Angeles Chargers, the Harbaughs. Tones, I think, is a fan of them. And then you get the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. 2 to 2.5 is going to be what the Cardinals are getting at home. 44 pretty much everywhere.
I think that's on ESPN Deportes.
Oh, I hope not. I can't ever understand what they're saying on that.
A couple border states.
Maybe Univision.
Go back to Univision.
Trump just did a heck of
he did a
interview.
Yeah, town hall on Univision. That's good.
He said, Amy. The Trumpster.
Who wants to talk about this game?
I like how I think the Chargers are a fairly solid team. Arizona's up and down all
Who's
over the place.
coaching that team, Anthony?
He's back with had a little ticker scare or something.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I thought he was
It
using
said flu, and then it was his ticker.
I thought he was using the Wizinator.
But Chargers play tough, and I think they'll win by a field goal. So I'm gonna take that -2.5.
Lata Wizinator. He's a Wizinator.
That's a small margin, though. 3 points.
You know what, though? I'm actually with Tone. I was thinking of this game. This is classic Harbaugh, like wear him out
Smash
football,
mouth.
not make it exciting. I like the Chargers 17-14.
Yeah.
That was like the score in my head when he said that. So
I kind of agree.
I like a low-scoring Chargers win.
Yep, just slug it out. Yep.
For that reason, I don't know that I would. I don't know that I would do it, but definitely if I was going to bet it, it would be the Chargers. Jimmy, why don't you spend the next minute and 8 seconds,
crunching numbers,
minute and 6 seconds rather, a minute and 3 seconds rather.
I'll just tell you, my number comes to Arizona +2. That's right where it's at.
Wow.
My total's lower though. However, in my head, I think this is a over game.
I don't think so.
No,
I'm not sure about that one.
Because Harbaugh, he gets offensive lineman for off the top of the wall.
I think Herbert's starting to come around.
He is, but I think he likes to run. He likes to run that. He likes to grind. I mean, you could be right. Obviously these games are. I just like a low-scoring game here. I'm feeling it.
It better be Don Herbert for me to bet on him, Jimmy.
I'm doing nothing. Doing nothing with this one, and that concludes the entire NFL
in under
slate
20 minutes.
No. It was pretty quick tonight, I think. Lauren, do you have a time on that?
She is tracking the time, but that was about as quick as we can go.
Does the Snoop's political commentary count as stoppage time in soccer?
Right.
Does it count?
That's added on.
Right, added on to the end. Okay. Let's talk about this real quick, because this was actually on the thumbnail. I don't like to... 42 minutes. Thanks, Lauren. That's only 12 minutes over.
42.
Well,
sounds about
Snoop
right.
got about half of that.
Yeah,
I did stop. I did stop in there.
Politics and sports, good combo.
So I kind of, what do you call that? I might have
potpourri, as they say.
On our thumbnail tonight. I might have touted that we were up plus almost 12 units for the NFL in the last 30 days. So I think we're now one of those people that say shit like that. That look at we're up for the last 30 days. We're up. Don't look at our last year, but for the last 30 days. No, but we're doing pretty good. So here's our NFL numbers.
Okay.
This is lifetime Richie, only down 1.96 for his entire lifetime. But this season, look at this. The last 30 days, up almost 3.
Got the rally monkey out.
Really?
Yeah, doing good. Also, you're doing good at NCAA. We'll get to that in a second.
He should just lay off soccer.
Yeah, that's been the bane of his existence. Has been not even MLS soccer. I think it's all that EuroLeague.
Wrexham. I got a
EPL.
Wrexham pick for you guys.
Oh,
La
jeez.
Liga.
Why did you do that? Okay. Tones down 9.66 for his lifetime. Last 30 days, though, down a half a unit. And then last 90 days, positive. Positive like magic used to be. Then you got D-Dub.
He's still positive.
Is he still positive?
No, he got there you go. No way.
Unbelievable.
With 2 outs, they took 2-run shot to tie it up.
Tied.
Holy
Get the hell out of
crap.
Dodge.
Welcome to Believe Land.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's a series
Holy
swinging
shit.
event.
Oh,
there,
it's that dude. What's his name?
Noel.
Christmas
Yeah,
Noel
the
or
right
something.
fielder.
Holy shit.
2 outs in the bottom 9. They get a double and a home run to tie it.
Playoff baseball is pretty cool.
It's pretty
That is
awesome.
Crazy, dude.
It is pretty awesome.
That's crazy.
Well,
Sorry.
no, it's
I didn't mean
okay.
to interrupt.
What was I saying here? No, it's okay. D-Dub down
Yes.
14.
Too early.
Happy to contribute to the last 30 days.
Oh,
there,
last
Jimmy.
30 days, buddy. You did some major contributing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Plus 0.3,
Thank
which you mentioned
you.
is about, 2% of the total.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then for me, for my lifetime, up 22.91 in the NFL. Last 30 days, plus 9.24. Last 90 days, 5.57.
He knew it. He's like, see ya.
Rico. This is NCAA performance.
I
Richie,
guess
you're up here
stick
too,
to-
pal.
I guess stick to football.
You got to
is what
stick to
you're telling
football.
me.
You're up here too. For your lifetime, up 0.39. Last 30 days, you're up 1.41.
Let's go.
And last 90 days, down 3. Tones, our resident NCAA expert.
Not recently, though.
Okay,
He's had
I'm coming for you, Tony.
A rough
What's
go,
up?
yeah.
If you haven't noticed, Michigan's not having the same kind of
They gave me a boost
Do you
last
think
year,
there was a coincidence or
It
a,
could be a
is
coincidence.
there a
incidental,
correlation?
not coincidental.
Correlation coefficient.
Yeah, the coefficient. So down 5 for the last 30, 8.4 for the last 90. D down 5.62 for his lifetime, but only down 0.77 for the last 30 and positive.
No, but I'm kicking Rich's ass on the 90 day.
You are. You sure are. You sure are. And let's take a look at everything we've ever done since the start of the show. Richie down 28.11. D-Dub down 17.82. Tones down 26.41. You and Rich are going to be going head-to-head here for third place, it looks like. And I crossed a milestone this week.
It
not
only
to
took
shout
2
myself
months,
out.
but welcome to the cellar, Tone.
Yeah.
Put another feather in your cap there, JT.
Yeah, I crossed the 40 unit mark this week. So I'm up 40.22. And as a group, we are down 32.12, also known as 2.68%. On 1,200 even units. We've wagered 1,200 units even.
That's amazing.
Think about all the joy though,
impressive.
that
$12,000.
those bets have brought
Oh,
everybody.
we've had so much fun. Everybody's had so much fun. Okay.
These are the top picks.
So let's get right into our top picks. And we're going to start, I think, like we always do when you're here, man. Let's start with Richie.
When you're here, man.
Oh, what a backwards
That's a
slap.
backhand.
No, you're not here all the time.
Tones is out every Thursday for his kid's birthday party, and I get my shit on here.
It's been a while.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm hot on NFL and NCAA, so let's go with Wrexham.
Change
here.
it up.
Yeah, plus 205
Play to
away.
your strengths.
Number 3 versus number 15 in English Football 1. So I like the odds
Take
here.
your word for that.
Yeah, check it out. Check
not
the
gonna-
table out.
Trojan man.
Trojan man -7. Don't like the left coast to east coast deal here, but I don't think Maryland's very good. I think USC can definitely put up the points here to cover the 7. 2 unit play.
2 unit play. Yeah, it was a big one. No, Wrexham was a 1 unit, or was that a 2 unit?
That was 1.
That was 1. Okay.
1. This is another 2 unit play. We got LSU at Arkansas. I think LSU picks two. That's how you do it. But
Kelly's accent?
yeah, you got the southern drawl after one day down in the bayou,
Bayou.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay.
LSU's got the better quarterback, and I think Arkansas is coming off fresh upset of Tennessee, maybe a week or 2 ago. So give me LSU in this one. That's a 2 unit play. And then just to rub it in Jim's face, I don't even know the score of this game right now because this baseball game is going extra. But give me the Brincos. Back up that Brinco truck.
Back up.
Everybody's
that
looking at the
Brinco
board
truck?
behind me. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
trying to find the
I
score.
think we were trying to decide if we could switch to the football game if neighbor Stacy wouldn't have a conniption fit.
No, it's okay. We can finish this game out here. All right, Richie. I like those picks, except for the Broncos.
I know, Jimmy.
That one's a loser for sure. And then here we go with Tones.
I did something different this week. I did all NFL.
Wow.
No college.
Changing it up.
He's got a good record in the NFL
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
30 days.
For
So
sure.
I'm riding what's working lately. So
That's Tone's solo podcast.
yeah,
Riding what's working lately.
riding what's twerking lately. So this was my pick for the Chi-Chi Challenge. Sticking with that as one of my top 6. -5.5. Love the Lions. I think they come out, win it for Aiden again, and take care of business. So,
LTL.
yep.
Love the Lions.
Love them lines.
Like the Rams at home, as I mentioned a few slides ago. Same reasons. I like them to take care of business by a TD or so.
I always thought he was saying love the Lions.
Love the Lions.
Lines, but he's saying Lions.
Commanders run away with this by 14-17.
That's right.
Yeah,
14 to 15.
Okay.
On top of the line.
Okay.
22.1.
Tones, a man after my heart.
I had to give JT some love with this. Anytime you get the Chiefs with points, it's probably a good idea to take that. So.
Faux show.
And I like the Steelers at home with the points. I'm not sold on the Jets with any trade they pull off. I still like the Steelers. Fist pumping or not, Rodgers, I don't like you. So.
Yeah, I don't think Rodgers is
Mushroom
at least
tapping.
he didn't feel well. I shouldn't say feel well. He wasn't. I don't think he was 100% last week.
No.
Well, he got hit.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was shaking some cobwebs there.
Right. Yeah, I don't think
Good thing the
he's-
NFL concussion policy was looking into that at the time.
Oh, sure.
Strong.
I think that's a very flexible policy. You don't have to really follow that, apparently.
No, it's optional.
It's optional. Okay, D-Dub, here you go, buddy.
Okay, so here's what you got. Neighbors JC's getting very excited.
Yes.
It's really just a Wong.
Wing one.
Lions plus 7.5. Actually, this is a true Wang.
Stacey, you've never seen a Wong before?
This is actually a Wang.
Oh, it's a Wang. You can't
Yeah,
say
because
that.
the Packers.
I thought this was a wing.
We're not talking about Greg right now.
I'm going through the zero. I got the and in fact, Jimmy.
Yeah, sure.
If I go back, I took some pictures of
What?
You gonna
bets in real life.
Oh, thank
show
God.
some pictures?
Versus
photo
bets
display?
in yeah, and I had the Packers 2.5 going to 8.5. Oh no, I'm sorry, 2.5 going to 3.5, and I'm keeping the pick, but it's not nearly as good because it's just a field goal now. So anyhow, Jimmy, put the graphic back up there, maybe.
Okay.
Thank you. So, do I need to say anything more about that one? I don't
You
think
tell
I do.
me.
This is one for Jimmy. Jimmy thinks these Saints are like Super Bowl bound, and that the Broncos are going to be probably drafting number 1 overall next year.
Did you take Rattler over Arch, man?
He said Rattler is the GOAT. He's the next great thing. He's
the
got
next hooker.
nice look about him, he said.
Handsome fella.
I
Throwing
thought
the
that was a
boo-boo.
weird thing to say, Jimmy.
Different thing to say.
But anyhow, I'm taking the Broncos minus 2.5. I think that's a play all day.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right now, the score: Denver 3, New Orleans 14.
That's not the score.
I'm just fucking with you. 3-0 Broncos. Okay.
I like that.
that.
This one's for Jimmy. I gave him this one on Tuesday, day before props bets come out. Romeo, how do you pronounce that, Rich?
Dobbs.
Doobie?
Doobie-doobie-doo.
Over 41.5
It's not Bud Ice.
yards. It's a Packers receiver, and I think the Packers might air it out a little bit. What do we got next, Jimmy?
He had a pretty good week last week. Came off that suspension.
Here's another one I gave you, Jimmy.
Oh,
Deontay Johnson. Do you remember
I
that?
think I gave you this
a
one.
little
You
foreshadowing.
gave it to me, but I already gave it to you earlier in the day.
Oh,
Are
I
we
didn't know
talking
that.
Football still?
It was from Juice Reel. I took a quick snap of that.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Deontay Johnson. The mighty Panthers are playing the Skins. There's a lot of laughter in the background. I think this. If we believe anything Jimmy says, is that the Skins secondary is not so hot. So why not take their best receiver, Rich's favorite from former Steeler days,
Yep.
Deontay Johnson over 66.5.
Liking that one. Loving that one.
Okay, here's one especially for Jimmy. This is another Wong teaser, I guess. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Dolphins, I don't like that 9. It's an even number. It's not a half, but what are you going to do? Dolphins plus 9, KC plus 7.5. How, which, and what, Jimmy? Which leg, how, and how much are you going to lose at this bet?
I don't have a problem with this one. I like it.
Which leg is going to beat me?
If any leg beats you, it'll be the Dolphins.
It's probably going to be the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Aiden wishes he had that leg.
Sure.
Yo.
And also, Kansas City, do you think, barring a major
Wow.
Well, that was weird.
barring a major injury,
That was a hell
do you
of a
think you'll see the Kansas City getting points again this year?
Boss Smith.
That's what's kind of odd about it, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
It
think
just
so.
Yeah.
So I like
those
that
are some
one.
good picks this week.
You got one more.
Oh, you got one more.
And this is the one. This is the one that's going to put me over the top.
Okay, plus 525, yeah.
5.25 units ahead this pick will make me. Broncos money line.
Yeah.
I think we all like that one.
Right. Minor disagreement there.
The Saints team total.
Whoa.
And that's looking good so far.
25.5.
Right.
Under.
Yep.
Gotta like that one. And then the one, which one's going to beat us is Rattler over 22.5 rushing, Knicks over 26.5 rushing. One of those two. If we lose, it's going to probably be because of one of those two.
Or the Broncos money line.
I don't think you're saying that right.
And I think I have a Knicks player prop this week. I don't remember what it's not a top pick.
Oh, a passing prop.
Might be a passing prop. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, here we go. These are my top picks. These are all mine. We already talked about this numerous times. Chiefs plus 1.5. Also my pick in the Cheese Challenge. I have a player prop pick. We spoke a little bit about Derrick Henry earlier in the show. I got him over 82.5 rushing. That's minus 113. Tampa Bay has been really good, actually, preventing rushing yards this year, giving up the 9th fewest in the league. So you're going to, of course, want to play running back that's playing against them. King Henry, though, has been a big part of the Ravens' revamped offensive attack, baby, and I expect him to get at least 20 attempts in this game. Now, 20 attempts, D-Dub. Think about this. He's getting 20 attempts, that's what I'm thinking. He may be under his average yards per carry, which is about 6. Okay, but even if he's a little bit under that, there's no way he's not getting to 90.
They're saving him. They're saving him for future.
For the future? Okay. Well, I'm going to say you can play this to 85. That's my number on that. Deontay Johnson, over 66.5 receiving yards. I'm happy. Me and Darryl are on the same one here. Yeah, yes, sir. Johnson bounced back in week 6, recording 10 targets, 6 catches for 78, and a TD. And you know that he had a minor ankle injury that whole time? Did you know that?
His ankle this week.
Yeah, it should be a little better today, or this week. He faces a favorable matchup in week 7 against the Commanders secondary, which has struggled. And that came to fruition last week when Zay Flowers put 100 against them in the first half.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think we had Zay Flowers.
Yes, we did. That was your recommendation.
Yeah, we did.
Got to give credit where credit's due.
Now, here's the thing, though. I don't think I'd go much higher than this, but I think 66.5 is a good number. I probably wouldn't play it much higher. A.J. Brown, over 69.5 receiving yards. I'm not sure what that means. That's minus 115 at MGM.
Works that way?
Yeah, Brown, he's only played in 2 games so far this year, but both of which he was stellar. He faces a good matchup here against, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. He finished both contests with at least 5 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown. You know that? I mean, he's been blowing it up when he plays. So in my mind, the Giants are average against receivers like Brown, so I'd expect him to have a pretty good outing. I wouldn't play it more than 70.5, though. So he's right near the top end there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right
near the top
yard
end.
Difference.
Hey, I want these to win. I want you guys to win on these. How about Jaden Reed over 55.5 at BetMGM? This one is.
Neighbor Stacey's clapping for that one. She's a big Spartan fan, and Jaden's went to MSU.
Also,
Hell no.
I'm a little concerned because
that's different.
You have Dobbs, and I have Reed here.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of them's going to win, one of them's not going to.
I like your player better. I like my number better.
Okay. Well, for the first time in 4 games, Reed finished with less than 95 yards last week, but he turned in 6 catches, but only 28 yards.
He reminds me of a young Derek Mason.
Okay. Yeah, he did lead the team in targets, though, which, of course, is what's important when you're looking at the prop market. I think Green Bay is going to need him to step up more against Houston than he did last week against the Arizona Cardinals, where they were in control of that game.
Targets are important as long as you're not wearing them cooking mitts.
Yes. Yeah, now we do know that Houston does have a tough pass defense, but I think at least 60 is due for him. And then lastly, I got Tyreek over 55.5. That's minus 114 at Bet Rivers. He returns off the bye. You know what that means.
Tones can talk to you about the bye.
No.
The Bayou or the bye?
He had increased volume, though, in week 5, which was good. 10 targets that week.
It might be good to target your best player.
Yeah, you'd think that's what you're going to want to do is go to Tyreek.
I mean, it's kind of sad that you can get him at 55.5.
55.5, right? Does that not blow your mind?
I mean, that's a screen pass waiting to happen.
And, dude, listen, they're playing the Colts. Their defense is invisible. They give up an average of 165.5 in the air. Okay?
Nice.
A-Chain's back. They're going to be spreading the defense a little bit. I really like this one. I think you should be able to get 60, even with D-Dub throwing him the
Should be
football. I
your
think you'd be getting
gym
60.
How about
special.
with Jorel throwing the ball?
This would be a ram it if I had a ram to ram
Right.
with. Right?
Yep.
Yes. Yep. And those are the top picks, folks. Those are the top picks. Let me get-
Gary in the chat says Kamala going to beat you.
He did say something like that. Kamala, let's see. Low score,
which is kind of contrary to what I would think.
Same thing.
I would think he'd be a big,
tomato.
He strikes me as more of a Trump guy.
He might be. He might be a
so?
Trump guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He said he found a way to participate from the couch. He also says UNLV is his pick, laying 6.5. He says get bold, take the Chiefs money line. You could certainly do that. I think I probably priced that out. It was better to take the point, not half. And then Kamara. Oh, Kamara is going to beat you.
Oh, not Kamala. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Who do you like in that one, Jimmy?
Close spelling.
Kamala v. Trump.
Kamala v. Trump?
Yeah.
In a, what, like
Are you
cage
betting the
match?
favorite or are you betting the dog?
From a who's going to win the election perspective? I don't think Kamala's going to win.
I think Trump's going to win, but Kamala's going to cover.
So
is there an
what do you cover? It's covered.
And it's going to be another thing like 4 years ago that it's a conspiracy. Like everyone's voting, all that drama is going to happen.
Stop the steal.
100%.
This game's over, right? Oh, they don't do the guy in the second anymore.
No, not in.
Hopefully
playoffs.
nobody dies on Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
I have
It's
a
been a
feeling
crazy
that
game.
She's gonna win. I can't get myself to believe it, but I have a feeling she's gonna win.
Yeah,
And
Snoop
it's gonna
says
be
Kamala
the
no.
thing, like 4 years ago.
Gotta get yourself those plus odds then.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, you as good as plus 170 or something. No, I'm sorry, 130?
140?
140?
Like, my whole thing is, imagine if we go to war,
Huh?
she's not gonna know how to do it. She's not gonna know how to handle a war.
Sure. No, I think there's probably a lot of
She's been
things she doesn't know how to
hiding in
do.
a basement for how long?
I-
She has no clue on what to do.
I
think I would probably be a better candidate than her.
I'd vote for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd certainly
I
vote for you.
myself.
Yeah.
I just
You're like,
political, I don't know anything about it, but
It's like that Ayatollah. Yeah, here's the Coors Light. Let's
shut
chat.
up.
No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
being honest. Like she has no clue how to handle any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we're so close to war right now. Like I don't understand. Like
Super close.
Like she has no clue
Mm.
what to do or how to handle it.
Maybe
Yes.
You should vote the other side.
I'm more
Sure.
about that than I am about football right now because that is very scary.
That's a couple weeks away. It's on the horizon.
Yeah.
And
you feel more secure with Trump as your president.
Correct. Like I just feel that he knows his.
Oh, he
things.
should have gone the third.
Has like again where we were 4 years ago, we're up here. Now we're down here. Like we're shaking. We're about to fall off the ledge.
Flat Earth cliff.
We are.
It happens.
And
I almost joined the society. I checked it out.
You're so stupid.
No,
Is that true? Did you really?
The Facebook group, Flat Earthers.
Yeah. Well, I will say, neighbor Stacy, you're not the only female that feels that way. So.
I know I'm not. But
Jimmy feels that way too.
Right. And I'm not even a female.
Right,
What are you
right.
talking about?
Well, some days.
Katie on here. Don't get Katie on here anytime soon.
No,
Well, yeah, she
That's okay.
might disagree with you.
Oh,
you like Katie, right?
That's
she
okay.
plays watching
Rich
right
likes
now,
Katie.
so hi Katie.
Hi,
But
hey, Kate.
I'm telling you right now that
Yes. All right, let me get to this. Let me get to this trivia answer. What college was John Elway drafted from? Again, the loser has to buy the beer.
Oh gosh.
D-Dub says the Stanford Cardinals.
That's pretty easy, Jimmy.
I screwed up.
Okay.
If
Why you
Rich
gotta be
gets
such
this,
a bragger?
if Rich gets this one wrong,
No, I screwed up.
he's out of my friend 5.
You know, I believe it is the Stanford Cardinal. Should we disqualify D-Dub for adding the S to the end of
There's
it?
more than one Cardinals.
No, I think it's the
The
Cardinal.
trees.
And
Pretty sure.
like Rich said, the Cardinal of Stanford.
Yeah, didn't Daryl bust my chops for adding an S the other week?
I don't
Couple
think
weeks
so.
ago.
No, I don't think so.
That triggered my memory, but I was throwing a major blank.
Oh, gosh.
Come on.
Tones buying the beer.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I miss you, eh?
Buying the beer.
Anthony.
Anthony.
Angela.
Angela.
Mona.
I'm buying the beer.
All right.
Oh,
See ya.
game over.
Fry guy.
Wow, what a comeback
Fry.
by the Tribe.
God, I'm so conflicted in this game. I don't know. Like, I don't want the Indians to win, but I
No.
don't want the Yankees to win.
That was a fun
you know?
comeback.
I want the Indians
That was
Could they
want the
both
Indians to win?
lose?
I hate the
2 outs in
I
the
do
ninth.
too.
They get a double and a home run to tie it up. That's
Pretty good.
Can I throw in a little
Rebel.
extra John Elway
Typically, I would
trivia?
hate them for beating us.
That's the only reason why I don't like them.
Stand the Yankees.
That's a hell of a comeback.
I was actually
though.
a big Indians fan.
I call them the
a couple weeks ago.
Skankies.
I cannot stand them.
That's unique.
I don't know how they pulled this game
I
off.
typically would hate them for beating us, but
Yes,
I
I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, do you know what team John Elway vetoed being drafted by?
Colts?
I was going to have you go last because you usually
Sorry.
I'm gonna
I'm
go-
just trying to speed up the show.
Baltimore Colts.
The Colts.
I was going to say the Indianapolis Colts.
I think they were Baltimore at the
God
time.
dang it.
Were they Baltimore then?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Wow.
He was a good pitcher, they say. You know, he was drafted by in the MLB.
I didn't know.
Neighbor
Like Patrick
Stacy's
Mahomes.
favorite Yankees
Yes.
drafted.
Yeah, I think is
Oh,
that
she
what
gave me the finger.
Daryl, is that what he used as leverage?
Spinning.
It could have been,
I
yeah.
think he said he was going to go play baseball if he didn't get picked by somebody different.
I think that might be true. I haven't seen that
Been a-
ESPN.
it's been a minute.
ESPN.
What if I told you?
Not 30 for 30, but Century, Man of the Century, or whatever it was that they were doing back in the mid 90s.
Shout out to you guys for carrying the show last week without me. It was probably the best show we've had.
It was one of the 2 or 3.
He was up there. He was really good.
He was.
I enjoyed that. I still enjoy the bow. It's over there. The bow that he brought.
Yeah,
us.
the ball was
So,
cool.
guys,
nice
I was
job,
practicing with it.
I don't want to cut Richie off here, but I had a great idea. And I think I just got to sweet talk. I just got to
Sorry.
sweet talk our old former guest Dave.
Yeah.
What if all 4 of us went out there and he gave us? We just had to see who could shoot the bullseye the best.
Oh, like some
Would
maybe a
that-
little bit of a lesson.
Do you have cameras that could cover that?
With the crossbow.
got
Do you have a
cameras.
microphone that could?
I'm sure Dave has that stuff set up. doesn't
Yeah, he does. He's got a whole studio with
Sounds
all
like
this
he had a
stuff,
nice
man.
setup.
Would that
With
be
with a
cool if
range?
the numbers guys went out there and shot crossbows?
some archery.
Yeah. We'll see if he has the insurance that'll be able to protect him in the event that one of us shoots somebody.
Anthony's more the insurance guy.
Yeah. Right.
Shut up.
What is this, 57?
So, do you want to shoot me?
I know I've shout him out a few times, but the Tigers just disappointing ending, but a hell of a run, made baseball relevant again in Detroit for the first time in a decade. The whole city was into it. It's good to see, and laid the foundation for higher expectations and moving forward, and hopefully spending some money and making this the new normal for the Tigers going forward. So.
I'd like to do a reverse shout out to the Tigers. You done me dirty.
Or a reverse shout out.
You done me dirty.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
That ain't right.
They did all of us dirty.
You can get a shout out from me.
I know, but
Any other shout? I want to shout out to neighbor Stacy.
Yes.
Shout out.
That's always a highlight of the day when she's here.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
And a shout out to JT. He gave me some good insight on his how he calculates some prop picks.
Oh,
I like that.
Okay.
That was pretty insightful.
Well, I'm glad.
Shout out.
Thank you.
Cheers, pal.
You mean that? That was sincere?
Sincere.
You
Sincere.
mean that? It sounds like
I was gonna say insincere, but I don't know the difference between the two.
Does he have
and so
does he use a NVIDIA chip to crunch those numbers?
I think he does.
Yeah.
I might. I got
Shout out
one.
to Gary for that.
I got one.
Shout out to Double D for that.
Check this out. Courtesy of neighbor Stacy for me. Thank you so much, neighbor Stacy.
Did I get one of those?
Nope.
Pretty
I gotta
fun.
rescind my
little
shout out.
jealous, aren't you?
I want to rescind my shout out.
Yeah, it smells good, man. Thanks, Stace.
You can't hear her
Shout
off.
out.
You can't hear her off the mic, but she says that I couldn't fit into a shirt with the sizes that they offered. So
Stace, that's kind of rude.
it's kind of harsh,
Yeah.
but fair. It's fair.
Harsh but fair. Yeah. Let me just catch up on the chat one last time here. Snoop says Stanford. Yeah, you're right, man. He says
You didn't get a shout out.
Tyrus. Yeah, should I shout Snoop out? What?
Stoop.
I said you didn't get a shout out.
Who
You
did?
don't shout out Snoop because
Shout
it takes
out.
up 15 minutes of our show every week.
I love when Snoop takes up time in the show.
I know, but he doesn't need a shout out.
I'm giving him a shout
Shout
out. He says that Tyrus said that he will shave his beard if she wins, and that black males
I saw
hate
that.
her.
What?
Yes, very true.
Black man.
She's having a hard time with the black males. Black men.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
heard
Black
she was
Hammer.
big in the African American community.
I don't think so.
Or the wannabe. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
LIB.
And then bet the ranch on the Yankees. Now they really warn,
Shout out.
and he's coming.
Who's
Wow.
It's like the second coming.
All right.
The return?
Jesus is coming. back.
All right. Shout
That's
out Snoop.
overdue.
I think, is that going to do it for the night? Shout out again, neighbor Stacy, for being here. She just ran down.
Or maybe he's talking about Michael Myers because Halloween's coming.
Oh,
Could be. Could be. All right. Well, let's do this again next week. What do you guys say?
I'm available.
Are you available this time?
I am.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're going to be able to be here.
Crack
Anybody
man?
else?
I'll try to make some room.
Crack will be here. Oh, you have to look that
What's
up.
up with their Red Wings tones? 5-1.
See you next week.
Not good. Not good.
Terrible.